I love you.
Insomniac, I love you too. So, menage a trois?
Insomniac, don't do it. I know what these two are like. They will take you, they will grab your love, and they will just tear it asunder after they've used you like a dirty tissue and throw you in the sock drawer. On tonight's Hack the Dino.
Oh no, what happened?
Hi everyone, it's me, Ben Rosenthal. I'm here, and I'm here talking to you because our title thing isn't working, but that's okay.
You ready? Here it comes.
Here it comes.
Here it comes.
Hello everyone, welcome to Hack the Dino's Gaming Cast. That's right, we are here to give you all the latest news about video games and all the stuff you should do because we told you so. I am the 98 skill tester champion of the world, Ben Rosenthal, and I'm one of your co-hosts. Joining me this evening is Xbox's biggest fan, as well as the silver fox of the Gaming Cast. Ladies and gentlemen, Brayden Dixon.
Hello!
How are you,
everyone?
Brayden?
I'm alright, feeling a little flat, but it's all
You
good.
made that joke last time.
Yeah, but you know what? It works every time.
You know why?
You keep doing it, mate.
It's a two-dimensional joke.
Brayden, you weren't here last show because you were receiving, of course, as I told everyone, the Order of Australia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck
that's
that.
right.
Yeah,
That's correct.
How did it go meeting the Governor General?
Well, I asked if I could speak to ScoMo directly, and they said no.
They heard about you.
Yeah, they heard about me beforehand. So that was a bit of a shame, but no, it was a riot of a time. Definitely didn't travel interstate or anything.
No, they flew to you because that's how important you are.
So they travelled
well,
interstate.
It was over Skype, which I thought was weird because, you know, Zoom's the more popular one now.
Yeah.
I thought you did it
ScoMo, like he does everything
Yeah,
that's like 20 years
it
behind.
dropped out really badly, a lot of it, but I think I still got it.
Is that when you switched to MSN Messenger?
Yeah, and then they sent it as a photo, and it took 8 days to load.
Incidentally, Brayden, I won't say who, but someone actually asked me if you actually won an award in all
God.
seriousness. So either I don't think they know what the Order of Australia is,
Yeah.
or they were just humouring me.
Yeah.
Or they do believe it, and they also think that my ass blew apart because of explosive diarrhea. Which, hang on a second, if I'm not here, explosive diarrhea. If Brayden's not here, he's getting awarded.
Yeah.
The fuck?
That voice you can hear that's drowning in the poo-coloured liquid that is his life
The livid voice.
is Floppy Starrick.
Also, 1947's skill tester champion.
1947.
Yeah, I'm old.
Wow.
I'm an old man. Hence the silver fox.
Interesting. What have you been up to, Floppy?
I've been playing some games, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been playing. Now I don't know how to pronounce this properly. It's either vampire or it's vampire.
Vampire.
Which is a game I picked up in 2017 and never really did much with, but I've thrown it back in the machine this week or the last 2 weeks, and it's really freaking cool. So it is set. I think it's 1917. So
No. 1917.
Yeah, are you gonna do that all the whole time?
Yes.
I'm gonna hit you.
You can try.
So yeah, 1917. You're a doctor. You've just got back from the war, First World War. So you're a man of science. You love science. Science is cool. World is round.
So, doctor in 1917, science concluded of cutting off legs
Yeah,
or
like-
feeding you leeches.
Heaps of cocaine.
Yeah, a lot of cocaine, actually.
A lot of
Doctors
cocaine.
knew what was up in the 1917s, let me tell you.
But you have woken up at the start of the game as a vampire. So you've got this whole man of science and then supernatural being internal struggle going on, which is quite cool. Now, coolest part of the game that I think is the difficulty setting. Mm-hmm. There isn't one.
Good.
The game is as hard as you make it by the way that you play. So you can either...
Generally, that happens.
Yeah, no, but you can either...
How you play determines how hard you get.
You can either play along and just feed on everyone you come in contact with.
Yep, that's
And you'll
generally my rule.
Yeah, and you'll get heaps stronger, right? You'll get heaps strong, game will be easier.
Well, for about 30 seconds, and then I'm a weak little puppy.
Yes. And you fucking put me up.
As I said, I know why Dad left.
Yeah. But yeah, so you can feed on everyone, get heaps strong, game's easier, but it's over quicker as well. You don't get as much out of it.
Oh, no, I get enough.
What have you been playing this week, Ben? However, If you talk to everyone, uncover side missions and stories, and you get like tree branches, the skill branches and things like that open up for different people, you get way more out of the game. You get way more lore and everything like that, but you're not as strong, so it's harder. But the more you talk to a specific people, the sweeter their blood becomes. So you can like become heaps good friends with like one person, mung down on them, get heaps strong. It's really cool, man. Cool powers, cool upgrade systems, simple combat. Yeah, I'm digging it.
Is it a long game? Like how far in are you?
I'm probably about 3 or 4 hours in, and it's probably I think it's about a 12 to 15 hour game, maybe at max. With the way I play games, it will be because I'm bad at them, so it take a long time. Mm-hmm. This is right at the start. This is one of the sewer beasts that you're encountering.
Oh, he eats beasts as well.
Yeah, so you can mung down on people, and then you get like blood powers that can allow you to like shift through things or like do like big rage attacks.
Hey, Floppy.
Yes, mate.
Use a single word to tell me you're Australian without saying you're Australian.
Mung.
For those of you in America who listen to this,
That
on the
means
podcast,
bite or eat.
Yes, that's an Australian colloquialism.
Sorry about that. The other thing I've been playing, which I didn't put a video up because of where it's come from at the moment, was I did start playing the campaign for Call of Duty Cold War because it's set in the 1980s and kind of like the sound of that.
Sure. But until that company makes better life choices, they can fuck right off.
Correct.
Also,
didn't pay for it.
Oh, okay. That's fine. That's fine.
Stole it
Still
from
not
JB
giving
Hi-Fi.
them any thing that are good.
Yep.
Brayden, what have you been playing?
Oh,
Let's jump to you because I've not been playing much, and I think mine's going to be more of a post-show thing.
that's fair enough. I have still been trying to stick with playing through Avengers.
You silly man.
I'm doing the Lord's work. Cheers, Teeps.
Oh, thanks, Teeps, for the sub. Appreciate it. Cheers, this is for you in my magical
Teeps.
glass.
Cool guy. I don't have a glass. Raise a pair of sunnies.
I've been doing the Lord's work here, and I'm our informant on whether or not Square Enix's Avengers is any good. I'm still only in the Kate Bishop expansion, so I've got a while to go.
Has Clint Barton still to come?
No, but they've revealed like what's up with him.
Okay.
I think in the percentage of the campaign thing, I'm up to like 70% through the Kate Bishop one. Ashley Birch is the only thing pulling me through it. She's great. Because Ashley Birch is Kate Bishop.
Are you still finding the gameplay like pretty solid, or is it way repetitive now?
I'm enjoying it enough. Like, there's enough, like, upgrading.
That's a sign of a good game.
There's enough, like, upgrading and, like, trying to expand what you're doing with it to actually kind of make it interesting. It's still just glitchy as fuck.
Oh, really?
Oh my god, all the time. Did
Still.
I tell you guys about me playing through the, like, main campaign? There was a moment early on where it was like, oh, you're the Hulk, and the Hulk and Ms. Marvel have to go and do a thing. And I load in, and I'm Hulk, Ms. Marvel, Captain America, and
That's
Black
right.
Widow.
Yep, you told me about that before you completed that mission where Captain America
is very dead, and Black Widow hasn't been seen in 5 years. And it's just like, guys, what the hell are you doing?
Bit of miscommunication there. What are you breaking shit, man?
No.
We talked about Square Enix's Avengers. It's an understandable response. But
Just breaking stuff.
I'm keen to hear about your next one.
the other thing I've been playing, purely because the second one came out very recently, and a YouTuber / author I watch, Nerdcubed, is one of his favorite games, so I've heard him talk about it a bunch. I checked out Psychonauts.
Yeah.
After all these years,
It's a good game.
Psychonauts 2 just came out, and Psychonauts is really, really, really cool.
So you go into someone's head or something, don't you?
Yes, so you play as Raz, or Rasputin. You are wanting to be one of the Psychonauts, which is an elite team. They're kind of like a spy agency, but they're all psychics. And you're this kid, and you go on the Psychonauts summer camp. And the whole thing is set at a summer camp with all these other wacky kids who are all slightly psychic. And all of a sudden, like, craziness ensues. But the majority of it is, so you're in these levels on the outside real world, but then you jump into people's heads through these little doorways. And
We've all been there.
those are your separate little levels. So I'll skip a little bit here. We'll jump into...
Have you got up to the Milkman conspiracy?
Oh my god. So I finished Psychonauts.
Oh, good.
I flew through it.
It's not a long game.
No, but the final boss is fucked.
Yep.
They need to update this game.
Do you know that
It's
actually
insane.
got
Oh, okay,
updated?
Anto's saying in the chat, don't spoil the end.
I will not spoil the end. It's
Okay,
okay.
I will just say that. So that final level that is well renowned for being very hard.
Yeah.
That is actually nerfed. It
Oh
was
my God,
harder
really?
before you played that.
Oh my god.
That sounds hard.
So like this, you chuck a little doorway onto their head, and then you can dive straight into them. This is the Milkman conspiracy level, just to give an idea of what the craziness of this game can be. It's so high concept and so like quirky humor. It's basically a third-person action adventure point-and-click type game.
It actually sounds like right up my alley too.
Exactly.
It's really cool.
So
Really
it
good.
has its roots set in old point-and-click adventure and like collectathon type things. So imagine if you mesh together, Monkey Island with Mario 64,
I'm okay with that.
and then you throw in some like witty writing and completely high concept kind of parody of other genres, as well as tackling like actual like mental health issues and like people suffering from anxieties and doubts and not being well. Like this guy, the whole point of this level is that this guy has high paranoia. So it's all about conspiracy theories and like the government tracking you and all this other crazy stuff. But it is basically set in like an abstract art piece where the world is really, really blown apart. And I highly recommend it. It's been out for friggin' 16 years or whatever.
What are you playing it on?
So I played it on my PS2. I
So you got an
legitimately played
OG
it
one, did
on
you?
my PS2. So that level was fucking hard. Thank you very much.
Not nerfed.
And it's great fun. I loved it. I've watched the opening of Psychonauts 2, and if you like don't like dentistry, fair warning on that, because it's weird and abstract as shit, and it's very uncomfortable if you don't like teeth and things related to that sort of
I
stuff.
like them. I just like them where they are.
Not out in a tray.
But it seems like they're doing some it seemed like it picks up literally days after the first game. So like if you haven't played it in 16 years, might be a little bit foggy. But there's a little animation that like leads you into it.
Have you got Games Pass?
I did. I do not at the moment. I know that it's on Games Pass.
Yeah, number
It
2
is.
games Game Pass. Yeah.
So from what I've been told from people who've completed Psychonauts 2, it is basically Psychonauts 1, but the way they wanted it made, because Psychonauts 1 went through a whole heap of development hell. We recently did a Xbox Legacy Cast podcast on it, and I went in and researched everything they went into, and oh boy, they went through the ringer on this one.
Yeah, they were published by like nobody, like published by a tiny publishing company.
Yeah, after Microsoft dropped it because they were
Yeah.
focusing on the 360.
It's crazy.
And the Milkman conspiracy level, part of that came from they used to get, there was a homeless guy used to be out the front of their studio, so they'd pay him to come in and just clean up the office and everything.
Right.
And he had conspiracy theories, so that's
Oh
where
my God.
Paul Schaefer, yeah, got
Tim
Schafer.
Who's Paul Schaefer?
I don't know.
Paul Schaefer was on the Late Show. He was the pianist for.
Yeah, he's the bald guy.
There you go.
Oh, that's why you're so obsessed with him.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so really cool game. Really cool that it's got the kudos it deserves. Now, our beloved social media guru Anto is in the chat at the moment. He's asked if it's getting a physical release. I assume he means for Psychonauts 1.
I think for Psychonauts 2, because
Yeah, because Psychonauts 1 you can get a physical. I think it's on PS4 you can get one.
Well, it was a limited run edition.
there's nothing yet, but I believe they're going to be doing there's talk of there being a limited run release that they do with,
Hey,
all their
Brandon, do
big
you see who
collectible
works
stuff.
for limited run now?
Who?
Jared Petty.
Really?
Does
Yeah,
he?
Jared Petty's
Ah.
working for limited run now.
Well,
now
glad he
says-
got off that bloody Stadia crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, bless him.
Oh, he did the right thing there.
Jumped off a sinking ship there.
But I highly recommend, if you haven't checked out Psychonauts, go check out Psychonauts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
done it.
do too. Great game.
Speaking of PlayStation,
I have just been grinding on Fortnite because we're, of course, couple of days away from the next big event. Floppy and I'm used to Brayden before. I was sitting down with Floppy going through all the main events, just filling him in on the lore because Floppy's got a little bit obsessed with it as well. And just talking him through the meta game and the storyline and everything. While Brayden was in the other room working, and I said, I like the way that the young Brayden was working, whereas the two 40-year-old men were sitting down watching
Fortnite videos.
But I've also been continuing with Ghost of Tsushima. Still a great game, still awesome. I was going to show some of the pickups that I got throughout the week, but they're over there. So that's not happening.
That one looks good.
So we will do that in the post-show. So if you would like to see that and be part of the post-show, you can by heading on over to hackthedino.com, pressing the little Patreon button and becoming one of our Patreons. I forgot what level it is. We'll tell you a bit later on. But hackthedino.com, while you're there, you can also subscribe at youtube.com/hackthedino or follow our podcast on all the podcast apps. $15. Just look for Hack the Dino Gaming Cast. This is our gaming cast. We are Hack the Dino. You're listening to the gaming cast. Now, on with the show.
Just quickly, back to Ghost of Tsushima, super quickly.
Yo.
As the Phoenix talks in the chat, padding foxes. They have updated and added
Oh,
more.
yes, I forgot to include this. Oh, my
Man,
goodness.
the foxes look sick.
They are so excitable. They sit there going, their little paws going.
They do their little dance.
Have you seen it, Brayden?
Yes, I have. It's awesome.
They
I'm
do.
trying to find a little clip
They get
of
it so excited, and then they roll over, and then you give that little belly a little rub.
You ready?
And they go.
You ready?
I
Here
do
it
that.
is. Here it is. You ready? Look at him. He's so, oh, he's so cute.
What a little dude.
And they roll over for belly rubs. Aww.
And float above the ground.
Kids don't do this with actual foxes.
You know,
And jump into a rock.
if you get me
That's
in
a
the right
bear.
spot, I'll do that.
It's a bear?
Yeah, it was a bear.
Okay. Well, either way, bear this in mind. We've got a show to talk about. Of course, the big news that happened today, one that everyone is talking about, one that everyone can't get enough of, is, of course, the massive announcement that the new WarioWare game is out. So we're going to spend another hour talking about WarioWare. Floppy, what's your favorite WarioWare moment?
I don't know what that is.
Of course, I am being a funny man. I am talking about the PlayStation Showcase, which... Shut up. Okay.
Funny's a stretch.
PlayStation Showcase aired this morning. I did do a live reaction to it. What we're seeing on screen here is this really freaking weird trailer they had.
I don't get what this was for.
No, so PlayStation, they've done their, all the characters and all the worlds are all together and, you play alongside them and all that. They've done their live-action ads before and stuff. This one is so high concept that it doesn't really land on anything.
I feel like it's... Oh, yeah, I didn't get it.
It wasn't until the end that I got it. It's those two people using their pawn pieces in order to take the other one out.
Yeah, and
But I just sat there
all the
calling
characters, all the characters have symbols on them, but it's still just is PlayStation working on a chess game? What are you doing, guys?
I feel like they could have simplified that a little bit and maybe got
told
the idea home a little.
I just told the live chat that it was PlayStation the movie. That they're happy to announce that PlayStation is doing a movie.
Starring Ryan Reynolds.
And this was it. So well done. So this was a waste of time. They probably could have
Huge
gone to
waste
an
of
indie
time.
developer.
Probably should have skipped that and just talked about the first thing that popped up, which was freaking awesome.
Yeah. So Brayden, do you want to roll the footage that we've got
I
there?
certainly do.
So
in case-
just saying, how long have people been after this?
I don't know, but leading up to this, Jason Schreier tweeted out that you're going to get superheroes and you're going to get a game that I've been asked so many times over the years whether it's going to get a remake or not.
Oh.
So the Lucasfilm popped up and I was sort of like, ooh.
Oh, I
okay.
picked it straight away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as soon as I saw Lucasfilm.
I did not at all. When I saw they were talking about the Sith,
Well, I hoped it was going to be.
and then the red lightsaber popped, I went, ooh. And then when it went up, I got goosebumps and went, oh, a Darth Raven. Oh my God.
We got Knights of the Old Republic.
Incredibly excited.
Yes.
My God.
So, if you haven't played Knights of the Old Republic, clap your hands.
You know why? Because I never had a freaking Xbox back then.
Same.
And I've wanted to play it ever since.
Yep.
I'm just going to play this one.
And PlayStation exclusive so far.
I know.
for the first
Is it
year.
timed? Yeah,
For the
timed.
First year.
That makes sense.
But really looking forward to seeing that. I was very, very happy with it. Couldn't be more happy. One
That
thing
was
I
awesome.
wasn't happy about.
Were these super, Sony being super up themselves again, interstitials, taking up heaps of time, being super crazy again?
Yeah, because, no indies need that platform. But Project Eve was next. And it started, and I'm looking at it going, is this Bayonetta? So I was watching this, and Triple Indie's not going to like this. So I'm just warning you now.
I thought this looked like Nier.
It showed a butt, and I went, oh, butt. And then there was this point here, and I think it's just coming up. She flips over, and you cop an eyeful, and you can see the whole vulva. And I just went, no, not for me, no. I tried my best. There was some really cool designs of the aliens. Some of them looked really, really great. There was one part where an eyeball has an eyeball on it.
Oh, so that it's like eyeballception.
Yep. So, yeah, I can see what this game is. Not for me. Floppy, what do you think? You like this?
I like it. To be honest, I didn't notice any of that until you guys said something, and I went back and watched it again. I was like, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Didn't even notice it throughout the thing. I was too blown away with the action and the graphics and the way it looked in the combat. I thought it looked really cool and really awesome. I agree. I don't think it's going to be a game that I play, but I thought it looked pretty cool.
Yep. Brayden, what were your thoughts?
So my thoughts.
Oh dear.
So this thing started.
Strap yourself in.
It was like the first 10 seconds, and you get the massive crotch shot, and I was like, Jesus Christ, this is not my kind of game. I skipped forward about 30 seconds, and I went, nah, fuck this, and just skipped the whole part. I just couldn't. I was just like, nah, this is not my type of game. I do not like the look of it whatsoever. It's gross. I'm not for me.
I ended up just ripping on it. So I went, oh, it's a post-apocalyptic world, but her latex is all still shiny. Who does all her sewing?
I mean, it looks
Who mends all their stuff?
It looks like Nier Automata and Bayonetta, and it doesn't look like anything new to me.
I'll say, can I jump in? It might be an unpopular opinion. Like, I 100% agree. You don't need butt shots and whatever like that in there. Skin tight lycra. You know what? I work in a shopping center. About 50% of the people wear yoga pants and skin tight crop tops.
But they don't live in the apocalypse.
No, but
and fight tentacle monsters.
if every game is that, that's not okay. If it's in some games, I don't care.
Okay.
As long as you represent everyone, I'm cool.
That's right.
For the people who like this genre, you guys go enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It looked like it was a well-made game. Not one that I'm going to play, but a well-made game.
I'm happy for the people who like it and who can't wait for it. I did like Chainsaw Dinosaur. I thought that was cool.
Chainsaw Dinosaur was freaking cool.
Chainsaw Dinosaur was a good addition, especially when they take a bite out of the... Here we go. Num, 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 num.
Good God.
But yeah, it's not for me, but I am certain it is for a lot of people out there. I've got a quote here as to what it is. Project Eve, a previously announced game, looks like Nier had a baby with Bloodborne and Devil May Cry.
I see that.
The trailer showed off some flashy combat from the main character Eve and a floating drone-like companion. A slowdown mechanic when dodging attacks also resembles the Bayonetta game. So it looks like that menage a trois that Floppy was talking about earlier, but not with Insomniac.
Anto's got a point. It looks very Metal Gear Rising.
True. But I hope it's not as popular as Metal Gear Survive.
Popular?
I was being facetious. Metal Gear Survive wasn't popular.
I got you.
It was a double negative.
I'll tell you what, the next one is one that I'm going to play.
Yeah?
Yep.
You have Forspoken.
I thought it was Forsaken for so long though, until someone corrected me in the chat, and then I was like, oh shit.
I think that stems from the fact that it's a shocking name for a video game.
Horrible name.
It's a dumb... Like, I don't get the name at all.
Again, made fun of that by just going, ooh, I'm Forspoken, am I? Oh, here I go in the Forspoken land.
It's such a shame because it looks like such an
It's
interesting game.
The game was formerly known as...
Look at that ragdoll cat!
I know. Game formerly known as Project Athia. During the showcase, publisher Square Enix revealed that it will be released in spring 2022. And this is what they say the game is about. Quote, in Forspoken, players take on the role of Frey Holland. I love that name, Frey. The game's protagonist has found herself transported to the world of Athia, and she'll have to use her powers to explore the game's location and survive its various dangers. The game's storyline is being written by Gary Whitta.
I'm down with that because that dude writes some cool shit. He wrote Rogue One.
He wrote Rogue One, amongst many other video games.
The Book of Eli.
And he's also on Kind of Funny a lot as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just goes on a little bit about Gary Whitta. So yeah, really, really excited about that. Up until this point, where we see the character going into the Forspoken world, I wasn't too fussed on it. But then when I started showing sort of gameplay, and how the character controls sort of different elements and battles and sort of the open
she's
world.
the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought, this might be my jam.
You know what made me look up at it was like, because I was doing other stuff while it was on, and then it was the dialogue. I'm just going to step on Triple Indy's comment. He didn't like the dialogue. The dialogue of when the things are in her arm. And it started, and I'm over here. I'm on your arm. That made me look up and be like, this is freaking cool.
Yeah.
Look at that water thing.
The water looked great. I really liked the fluidity of it. That just how smooth the character moves between combat and evading or moving. The Uncanny Valley was very real for me.
This is all still in production though. Like,
yeah, it'll be polished, but
look at that. That looks sick.
just the way you can, like we saw there, the character swinging and then using her powers to get some momentum, to then use her powers again in order to get across. It was great.
Yeah. It was like cheesy and cool.
Obliterated them with water. That was great. But yeah, really like that. It's one I will definitely keep my eye on next year. Then we had, obviously we're not going to go through all of the games. I've picked out the highlights, and I think
Next
I've
one's
missed maybe
sick.
2 out of the whole thing. I dropped 2. But Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
So, did you know who Tiny Tina was?
I knew she was an offshoot from
Borderlands. I think it was Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Borderlands 2.
Ashley Birch again.
Yeah. So I bought DLC for Borderlands 2 to play Tiny Tina's mission. Because you go into her mission in Borderlands 2 to her sort of where she lives, and they're playing a D&D game.
Yep.
With, I think it's called D&D, but it's that style of game. With like Roland and I think it was Mordecai and stuff like that. And
It's
you go
bunkers and badasses. I just saw it on the screen then.
and you play, you go into the game that they're playing on a tabletop.
And you play a campaign.
And
yeah.
you play it's so
See, I had
freaking
no
cool.
idea. And then when I saw this, I went, oh, wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's amazing, man.
Love the art style here. I love the writing, the humor. I love it. They are also saying, and also guns. And Tina goes, yeah, it's a fantasy RPG with guns, but shut up and take your turn.
Yeah.
Really, really cool. So it's scheduled to release on March 25th next year. And will also be on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and all PC platforms.
My only thing is Tiny Tina was really, really fun and over the top as like a side mission in DLC. It does make me think if it's going to get too much in a whole game.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's
Well, it
the only
depends
thing
how long the game is.
Yeah.
And like how often do they break out of the D&D sort of...
Well, I'm
role?
assuming she's the DM, so
Yep.
you'll hear her all the whole time, I reckon.
Yep.
But I might be wrong. I don't know.
It's over 40 hours of Ashley Birch commentating whatever the shit you guys get up to.
Fuck.
Is that the official press release?
No, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, yeah, I was like, Jesus, I thought you were reading that from somewhere. Google.
Ashley Birch is very talented.
Yeah.
Very talented person. As is Ashley Birch's other sibling. Other sibling?
There's multiple.
Or just sibling?
Sibling will do. Anthony Birch. Brayden. Do you know Anthony Birch?
Yes.
After that thing that happened in Dungeons and Daddies, which everyone should go listen to. Go listen to Dungeons and Daddies. I got Brayden and Dan onto it. It's a fantastic podcast.
Never heard of it.
Floppy, you would love it.
Never heard of it.
But yeah, there was a shocking... The DM, Anthony Birch, who's Ashley Birch's brother, there was a shocking twist at the end of the latest episode. And while the cast members were reeling... He just goes, I'm going to a wrestling show, bye fuckers! And just got up and walked out.
Yeah, he just backs up and leaves. It's great.
And yeah, he left and went to All Out, which possibly was the best wrestling show that has been around in the past 20 years. But we won't talk about wrestling.
Do you like
That'll
wrestling?
be past show. Yeah, post show. Past show?
Post
Whatever.
show.
Hashtag not ad.
No. Speaking of past... The past came to visit us again as GTA 5 made its way onto the third iteration of a console generation.
And no, so PS3 360, PS4 Xbox One, PC, and now PS5 and Series X.
Yep. It's all coming for you. Brayden,
Can you want to say milk it?
You were a bit dirty on this, weren't you?
So my whole thing with this is like, okay, yeah, I get it. Like, Skyrim's existed on everything as well. Yep. Like, you know, but just literally ending your trailer with the line from Trevor saying, we're going to make out like bandits from this. He's talking about a heist, but it's 100% about the fact that they've just releasing this game. I imagine for full price again.
Oh, absolutely.
It's disgusting.
Wasn't it? like,
Surely it's cheap by now.
That,
Surely
like-
it's like, it should be $20
I mean,
at this
brand
point.
new, it's like $40 or something now.
It should be $20. It's ridiculous. Online should be free, and the campaign should be $20.
yeah. But as Triple Indy points out in the chat, stop buying GTA 5. Eventually, you'll get GTA 6.
No, you won't.
But people aren't buying GTA 5, they're buying the microtransactions.
And that's why you're never getting GTA
But
6.
GTA 5 is consistently on top of the sales charts.
Yeah.
But it's not because of the game
It's
keeps
because
selling.
every year there's a new generation of 9-year-olds that need to start playing.
Actually, yeah, you're right. There is a new generation of kids who find out how credit cards work. They
Yeah.
steal their grandparents' wallet and then instantly go and buy a million shark bucks.
They just tell their mum that it's only got violence in it and it'll be okay.
Mm.
And then ignore the R rating.
Do parents
And then
even
they
care
curb
about
stomp
ratings
it.
anymore?
They do when I tell them about it.
Really?
Yeah.
You're the cock blocker, aren't you?
I may get a little bit graphic. Sometimes
Tell
I
the
may
story.
sometimes I may bust out the term interactive sexual torture, touch and necrophilia.
Just a touch.
Just a touch.
Just a tip.
I love it. It's one of my favourite parts of my day.
Your
Teeps,
tip.
Teeps in the chat can confirm that.
Kid Amnesia exhibition was announced. Now, start off with, I didn't know what this was, so we can see it. The trailer
Yeah, I didn't
rolling
get
out.
this. I mean, it's got Radiohead. That's cool.
I started watching it and thought, is this Control? Are we getting a new Control DLC? Is it sort of lending its way into the Control sequel or the expanded Control universe? And then it flashed up that it's by an experience with Radiohead and Epic Games.
Weird.
So is it sort of like you download the experience onto your console, or is it like a timed event? And then part of me thought maybe it's a Fortnite thing.
I think once you're fully vaccinated, it's just beamed straight to your brain.
That's right. No, it can't be because it's PlayStation and Bill Gates owns everyone's soul after you get vaccinated. Remember?
It's very
I'd have just given
interesting.
it
It's
to him.
like, I wonder if this is where we're now going to lean into like the new like interactive concert type deals.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'm very
Yeah.
interested.
But a lot of this,
honestly, as it was going, I was like, is this like a Binding of Isaac tie-in thing?
well, see, all I could think of was it's another Fortnite concert.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense. It's coming in November, so Fortnite have their new season starting this weekend as we record this, and then they go into Fortnitemares for all of October, which is horror themed, and then coming out of that would be November, which is when this would release.
Do you really think this is going to be a Fortnite thing, though?
Well, I'm just saying it could be. It's a possibility because Epic have a lot of money, and
They
Radiohead aren't doing much. Speaking of not doing much, when I started to see it, but then towards the end I went, yeah, I'm all about this game. I don't know how to pronounce it though. Tachia? Is it
That's
Tachia?
how I'd say Tachia.
Tachia?
Bloody, you trolled me.
Did
What?
Yeah, you did. The Tachia, and then I clicked the link and it comes up with the fucking Project Eve trailer.
Oh, really?
God damn it, let me find it.
I didn't mean to.
Trolled him like a good old troll.
I thought you were just messing with me. Because this game looks wholesome as hell.
Yeah, very Zelda-like, very wholesome. It's a tropical open-world adventure that sees you taking control of any animal or objects you can find. Also, you can pat crabs.
I must have missed what?
Yeah, you can pat crabs. You'll see it at the
This
end.
looks really cute.
I thought you said you can get crabs.
Yeah, so
It's
looks great.
inspired by New Caledonia, I believe.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing I loved about it the most is no one's speaking English in
I
it.
loved that.
Yeah.
It's
So
excellent.
Yeah,
it's just
mangroves
the
and
way
everything.
to delve deeper into the world, and feel like you're a part of that world. Me personally, I hate films where or media where you are like German and everyone speaks with an English accent. Like, give me subtitles to make me feel like I'm part of that experience.
I don't like subtitles. I don't read quick enough.
Well, you probably won't like this game. But this
Looks
looks great.
pretty.
Yeah. Original concept there of using a glider.
Never seen that before.
But yeah, it was at that point I went, oh, so it's a Zelda-like. Sweet. Awesome.
But it looks like it's kind of just an explorathon.
Yeah, it looks pretty
Like,
cool.
It looks like there's like mystery to find out about the island and stuff, but also at the same time it's like it doesn't look like there's much of a focus on it.
Did you play a short hike?
No, I still need to. I
So
haven't.
that was a very short game, but
Yeah.
again, very, very similar, and you're exploring the island trying to reach the top. Very, very similar vibe, but I think it's a bit more fleshed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of people reporting on this, but this looks completely like my type of game.
I had not heard anything about this when it came up.
Here
Yeah,
you
it
go.
looks super cute.
And here's
Crabs.
a little crab, and you can go give the pat a little.
Don't pat it. It's
crab.
going to bite you,
No,
dickhead.
look at him. They're
It
friends.
loves you.
It's trying to bite you.
No, it gave you a love heart. No claws.
Gran Turismo 7.
All right. Do you know what's
Floppy,
good about
you
Gran
excited?
Turismo 7? I spent the whole thing just going, real car!
Real car!
Real car! Brayden, tell us about real cars.
Real car.
It's scheduled to launch on March 4th. And, quote, whether you're a competitive racer, collector, fine-tuning builder, livery?
Livery designer.
Livery designer.
Designer
This
is the
is-
stuff that goes on there, like the decals.
Oh,
and
right,
The
okay.
vinyls and stuff. The
Real
livery.
car! Photographer or arcade fan, ignite your personal passion for cars with features inspired by the past, present, and future of Gran Turismo. Things like product placement.
Man, it looks awesome.
Tell you what, the ray tracing in this is
Yeah,
so like,
freaking-
look at us, we're gorgeous.
Yeah, look at that. That is
What's that?
phenomenal.
That's
Who
the
cares?
That's the crystal. That's the crystal that make the cars
It's
go.
this shot. It's my favorite. I believe it's this shot.
Is it the
this
next
one?
bit? Yeah, this one here.
This is the best
Yeah.
ever. I love it so much. Oh, it's a car's
It's a
hood.
reflection. Ugh.
So, Floppy,
Yeah, mate.
tell us about Gran Turismo.
Well, see, I'm not a huge Gran Turismo guy because I suck at driving simulations. But look how pretty that is, man. I'm totally going to give this a crack and look at some concrete walls and trees
That
that I
city
hit.
looks very pretty. Actually, this does look
Fucking
very
oath, it
pretty.
looks amazing.
Who would have thought if I actually watched the video instead of trying to rip on it the whole time?
So I wonder how much they're delving back into Gran Turismo. So not that there's much lore or anything like that, because it's essentially
The law is
Forza
you get a
Motorsport.
car and run.
yeah, it's
And
already
run? Drive.
drive. If you run, you're not doing it right.
Well, maybe you are. Maybe you're Sonic.
But it looks like it's gone a little bit arcadey with like Need for Speed elements, you know, your customizations like that. So if that's true, then I'll play the crap out of this. If it's gone a little bit more arcadey, I'm in.
Much
looks-
like every driving
Fighter mode.
simulator like Gran Turismo and stuff, I always look at it and go, man, that looks gorgeous. And then they cut to a shot of them actually driving from the inside the car perspective. And I'm like, I can't see any of the pretty.
I don't do that. I always drive it from outside the car so I can look at the pretty car that I
Yeah,
made.
because it cut to this and I was like, oh, that doesn't look fun.
Yeah. What if you get to customize your driving gloves?
What if you get to customize your hands? So, like, you got one hand's Sonic's and one hand's Freddy Krueger's.
God, that
And you're just having trouble, like, changing gears because you got
Because you got
claws.
one glove,
Claw?
tiny hand,
Yeah.
and
so-
one knife
In
hand.
PlayStation, we've been working really hard on the new Gran Turismo. We're really struggling to find a place to put microtransactions in. How about hands?
Sony, call me.
Hands.
I got ideas.
I want to look at these. I like that they got the older cars. There's the old Skylines. The old Jeep looked cool. That's Le Mans cars
When can I play as the DeLorean?
In Forza,
in Back to the Future.
probably.
No,
It's probably in
that'll.
Forza.
You can't tell me they're not going to go, here's the Ghostbuster car. Here's
Yeah,
the
they'll do something.
DeLorean.
Oh, that'd be
here's-"
sick.
They will do that because everyone likes money.
It's true. I like money.
All right,
me
here we
money,
go.
I'll-
Next up, I was actually surprised by this one. Ghostwire Tokyo trailer.
Haven't
That was-
seen anything from this in a while.
Was just
No,
a cinematic.
nothing.
It got delayed hardcore at the start of the pandemic. Quote, Tokyo is overrun by deadly supernatural forces perpetrated by a dangerous occultist known as Hanya,
Hanya?
causing Tokyo's population to vanish in an instant. Ally, with a powerful special entity on their quest for vengeance and master a powerful arsenal of abilities to unravel the dark truth behind the disappearance as you face the unknown in Ghostwire Tokyo and run-on sentences.
And run-on sentences.
Sorry, I'd muted myself for a second.
Good.
This is gonna do, I think, well, purely on the fact that Japanese horror is so hot right now.
So some of the spirits or ghosts that we saw there
Yeah.
are very reminiscent of yokai
Yeah.
that I've seen and read about in sort of like Japanese legends. Yeah, like Japanese horror is great.
Japanese horror is totally and every time they remake it for like a Western audience and that, it always goes bananas.
One of the things I really like doing in my downtime is watching like top 5 ghost videos and just laughing my ass
Like
off.
real ones.
Yeah, real ones. Real ghost videos. Real ghost footage. But the ones that are always done the best are done by people in Japan who have channels. There was one that I was watching where they went to a supposedly haunted house and it was
Yeah.
a single Japanese person by himself. and he was downstairs camping, and he heard footsteps upstairs. So he went upstairs, and no one was there. And he's looking around and goes, "Oh!" And it focuses. The camera goes on a knife that's just on a table, but the table's covered with dust, but the knife isn't. And he's like, "Oh!" And then he goes, his footsteps on the stairs. So he goes, "Oh!" And he runs down there, and there's no one there, and sits down. And then his footsteps again. "Oh no, I have to go." So as he's leaving, he's walking out, and as he's walking out, there's a little glimpse in the frame. And then the person goes, "Oh, did you see that?" And it goes back and pauses at an exact moment. And just before the camera that he's recording himself pans away, a pair of feet drop down from above. So obviously they've staged it and got someone else there. Yeah. But just the framing and the selling of it, it's really cool. I really appreciate their attention to detail in the storytelling. Whereas you sort of look at some of the Western ones and it's go, "Oh, did you see? There's a ghost."
Don't know what you're watching.
Ghosts.
There you go.
An idiot. Anyway, it's coming in Ghostwire Tokyo. It's coming to PS5 and PC a year before coming to Xbox. Alan Wake is getting a remaster.
That's cool.
Not a remake, which is disappointing because I was going to call it Alan Rewake.
That would have been cool, actually.
So I'll just call it Alan Rewake anyway.
Look how pretty that is, though.
They did really well to keep this under wraps, considering that it was... just last week or this week that it got leaked out.
It was this week.
They've obviously been working on it for a long, long time.
I tell you what, for a remaster, like I'd never finished this game, but I played a bit of it at the start, and it looks way better. Like it looks like a remake, not a remaster.
So it's called Alan Rewake. It's coming out October 5th.
Did you play this?
No, I've not played this. I've heard it's very good, as all the subsequent DLC that came out, which are included in this as well.
Kind of X-Files-y, a little bit Twin Peaks-y.
Yeah, very Twin Peaks from what I've seen.
No spoilers, answer.
It's coming out, as I said, October 5th on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, S1, PC, and via the Epic Games Store. It will include the main game as well as the 2 expansions, The Signal and The Writer, alongside newly rendered 4K visuals and commentary. The character model for Alan Wake and the cinematics have also been updated and improved for the new remaster with choice of next generation upgrades.
Did it say if it was including the was it a sequel or a standalone expansion that was like American Wasteland or something?
That was separate, I think.
Wasn't it? That was a sequel, I think.
Yeah. Pretty sure. From what I read. I've never played it.
No, I never played that
Dan
either. I
played
remember
it,
seeing
didn't
it.
I believe so.
It looked less horror-y and more action-y.
Yeah. Speaking of less horror and more action-y, if I didn't flub those words, this would be a great segue. Uncharted, The Legacy of Thieves collection was revealed for the PlayStation 5 and PC. It will release in early 2002 on the PS5, while the PC version will release shortly thereafter.
Sorry, 2002?
Yep, 2022. 2 for 22.
Oh, okay.
Not the early 2000s?
No. So time travel won't be invented until 2023. I'm sorry.
I just got lost as to what we're talking about now. You just lost me.
Uncharted
It's not more Uncharted, it's Uncharted again.
Uncharted again, to coincide nicely with a film that's coming out in February 2022.
Funny that.
I know.
Is it going to have Lost Legacy in there? Or is it?
It's both.
It's
Yeah.
all of it.
It's all of it?
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so, you know, I was expecting Tom Holland's face to be grafted on Nathan Drake. Honestly, I was.
That would be hilarious.
But I was watching this and just looking at Nathan Drake there, I'm thinking, yeah, it really should have been Nathan Fillion. It really should have been.
He did that fan thing a while ago, didn't he?
Yeah, he made it himself because he's such a fan of it. Then, Guardians of the Galaxy, new storyline trailer. I know you two are both impressed by this.
Yeah.
I'll go through what the storyline is or what was revealed. So the Guardians of the Galaxy are a work-for-hire group, having only formed a year ago. They are up against the Universal Church of Truth, who want to bring their promise to the galaxy, which will heal everything that was taken or damaged during the Galactic War 12 years earlier. We also see the Nova Corps, which I thought was pretty cool, because I like the Nova Corps.
That was my favourite part about it, other than the fact that all it's done is it's confirmed that it isn't just one villain, that you're actually going to be exploring a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
Which gave me some more hope.
Yeah, so I watched this storyline thing and their jokes, and the jokes just fell completely flat for me. It had no heart at all, as far as I could determine. Nothing really grabbed me. Nothing really made me go, oh, cool, I can't wait to play that. I don't know. I've read a few comics in my time. I loved the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. And even the Telltale game, I thought had a real nice charm to it.
I like the Telltale one.
This just seemed really dry.
The jokes haven't won me over in any way.
Like, it's like at the start of this, Peter Quill pretends to have a heart attack. And I'm like, yeah, okay, so what's the punchline? Yeah, he's having a heart attack. Okay. That's the joke. Oh.
I'm very interested to see whether or not this game lands.
Oh, I think it's going to land great. I think you've already made up your mind that you're not going to like it.
Oh,
so
no.
So no matter what you see, it's going to be
I'm
biased.
willing to be changed, but I cannot see it. From what I've seen in the past 4 trailers that they've brought out, I've not seen anything that I have thought, yeah, I'll give that a go.
This is my most anticipated game for this year. I can't wait.
But they announced a new Jumanji.
And as Floppy's recommendations goes, that bodes well.
That's right. Just look at his fantasy critic.
I'm not saying that everyone needs to look forward to it. I'm just saying I am.
Anto's called you out.
Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Which one? Pick one.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
Nah, you know it's Hot Wheels, mate. Don't lie to yourself.
Hot Wheels is going to be super fun, but Guardians of the Galaxy will have
Does
a campaign.
Guardians of the Galaxy have the turtle van?
No.
Does Hot Wheels?
Well, actually, you know what? I have no idea
Yeah, that's true. You don't know.
about either of them.
It might. He's from the 80s.
I agree. Hot Wheels is going to be great. Not going to have a story, though.
Do you know what else is going to be great and probably will have a story? Okay, Brayden, have you got this footage of me reacting?
I can find it. Do you want me to find it?
No, it's fine. Anyway, this came on. This was a surprise. The Marvel logo popped, and I thought, are we going to get Spider-Man 2? And then I saw this dismantled bar, and I went, I know what this is.
Yeah.
I know what this is. And as soon as I saw that hat with the man sitting with the cowboy hat, I went, it's Wolverine! We're getting an X-Men game! This is amazing! Holy crap!
We get a Wolverine game.
I was yelling my butt off, which was just fortuitous because it was about 5:30 in the morning and my family wasn't here last night, so it's good. As soon as he pops his claws, I freaked out.
And then you freak out more when the text comes up on the screen.
The fact that it's Wolverine.
Just Wolverine?
Just Wolverine. Just a solo Wolverine game.
Did anyone play the Wolverine game that came out on PS3, the X-Men Origins Wolverine?
Hell yeah.
No, I picked it up on the Wii a couple of weeks back. And I said,
love it.
from all intents and purposes.
For all intents and purposes.
For all the tents and purses.
All the tents and porpoises.
For all the Turks in Poland. Yeah, okay. It's a good game.
Yeah, it's a great game.
Insomniac are just showing off.
Yeah.
Well, what I like
Thank
as
you,
well
Insomniac.
is the fact that Insomniac now have Spider-Man games and Wolverine games. We are getting a crossover. Oh yeah, I cannot wait.
I hope we don't.
I expect like an end credits thing in Wolverine, which is like it just shows like the Daily Bugle, or I don't know, like on a TV, like it'll be on in the background so you can see that it's all the same world, but they're not like Spider-Man. I don't expect Spider-Man to rock up and like slam against a tree and be like, "Hey, how you doing, dude?" Like I don't expect that
Because he's not a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, but like I don't expect Wolverine to show up, and I don't expect them to be face to face. But I expect them to be like, "This is the same world."
Well, in comics, Wolverine just gets like annoyed by Peter.
Yeah.
He's constantly like just, oh god, stop.
He's the cranky old man and the young excitable kid.
Yeah. Speaking of young excitable kids,
Me.
when this popped, we're of course talking about the trailer we saw of Spider-Man 2. Now, while I was watching this, they had the Iron Spider arms come out.
Yep.
Then there was an accented voiceover, and I couldn't work out who it was. So I tried to place it, and it sounded kind of Russian. I thought, well, that's Rhino, but we've already seen Rhino. Then I thought, well, Kingpin? No, we've seen Kingpin as well. Otto was the main villain of the last game. Who could it possibly be? Then, of course, we got our answer. It's Venom.
How freaking cool is Venom?
So, obviously, Spider-Man release target is 2023. Obviously, it'll be delayed or could be delayed when they need to work on more puddles because we can't have
Puddlegate.
puddles. But Miles and Spidey are fighting together against unknown foes, and the accented man has a voice change, and all of a sudden, a big old teethy smile and 2 big old eyes come out of the darkness, and we see it's the
Venom.
V-Man, coming at you with all his shut things.
Venomy.
I believe
Goodness.
you get a solid 8 frames of Venom on screen.
That's
8
pretty sick.
frames.
8 frames, I'm pretty sure, because it's so quick. You ready?
That's
Here it
great.
comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. You ready? Wait for it.
Needed more tongue though.
It's not Tom Hardy.
No, it's proper Venom.
Yeah. I 100% was of the thought of I have no clue who this voice over is, and I thought Venom was a separate person.
Possibly. It might not be
Venom.
Brock.
I thought Venom was responding to the person, and also from the end credits of the first one. Not to get into spoilers per se, because people still want to play that if they haven't.
Yeah.
And it's a big game, so people might not have finished it. Not to get into spoilers, but I feel like they were sort of building up to Venom from that in their own weird way.
Is it similar to how Venom was portrayed in the Ultimate Marvel Universe comic?
A little.
So the suit to heal cancer?
Yeah.
That type of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I assumed the Russian voice was from a separate person, but Venom looks sick.
Yeah. Oh, man. What
Look at that.
Those Insomniac are just, as we said at the start
That
of the
looks
show.
sick.
Oof. Yeah, that looks really good. That
Here
is
for
Venom.
it.
I want to play a game as Venom.
Well, you probably will.
Mm.
I'm going to bet you that you will play as Venom in this game.
You reckon?
Yep.
Well, I mean, it then leads to the Spider-Man logo on black, so...
True. So black suit Spider-Man, maybe.
No,
Nah,
it's been done to
probably not.
death. You'll play as Venom.
They don't want the baggage from Spider-Man 3.
Speaking of baggage, you get lots of baggage being a parent.
Oh.
It's all right. I can say that. My daughter doesn't watch this.
I don't think any of my kids watch this. I got a number of them.
Brayden, how many of your kids watch this?
Chloe, she's a cat. She's 4 years old. She doesn't really watch TV.
You legit said a name, and I was like, what the fuck?
Anyway, we saw God of War Ragnarok. It's more of boy. It's more of dad of God. And
Puberty blues.
oh, really? That's the vibe you got?
Yeah, because Atreus is bloody growing up.
Yep.
And he's going through puberty, and everyone's like, oh shit, why is he growing?
We also got a teaser of Thor. Kratos is searching for Odin, and he's going to take on Asgard.
Do you want me to bring up the photo of
Yeah,
Thor?
bring it up.
Yeah.
We got a picture after the release of the trailer. We actually got a full picture of Ryan Hurst, who is portraying Thor in it, and it is perfect. It is perfection.
It is incredible.
Bring it up, Brayden.
All right, here we go. Boom.
Look at
Look at
that.
him.
That is a guy that has commanded lightning and thunder and eaten shitloads of buffets and
Just awesome.
just drank lots of wine.
My favorite thing about this is that after the conference, they did a short little set of developer interviews and stuff. One of which was for God of War Ragnarok. I highly recommend everyone go check it out so you can meet the new director of this game. Because Corey is moved on to other projects.
Yeah, what has he moved on to?
Very secret stuff he
Yeah.
can't talk about.
Yeah, he's not allowed to say anything.
Overcooked
But
3.
I
he's
believe
still
he's
creative
working-
director at.
He's the overall creative director, and he's working with Alana Pierce on that secondary project, I believe.
Overcooked 3?
But yeah, definitely. But they talked about how their representation of Thor is very, very different from the hunky Australian everyone knows. And they were like, nah, it's straight up exactly that sort of style he's represented as in Old Norse mythology. He's fat as hell. He's redheaded. He's left-handed. Like
dumb as hell.
He's a weird unit.
He's a thug.
Yeah.
And they even sort of slightly said little things about how Odin isn't like a big dude in a castle. He's just an old man.
Well, that's
And,
how he's supposed to be.
in the world, and that's fantastic. I'm so here for it.
Honestly, if anyone really wants to delve into actual Norse mythology but doesn't want to get into the old text, Neil Gaiman wrote a book on Norse mythology where Neil
sell them at
Gaiman
Greenlight Comics.
explains all of the interactions between the gods and everything that happened there, which really, really supports everything that's going on here.
It's fantastic. We sell it at Greenlight Comics. If it's sold out, we can order it.
No,
Talk to me.
definitely get it.
Triple Indy's just pulled up in the chat. For those of us that are probably over 30 will know it. He's Obelix from the Asterix comics.
Yep.
That's classic.
So overall, what did we think of the PlayStation Showcase?
I thought it was great.
Yeah?
Yeah, I thought it was way more hits than... I don't think there was ever any misses. I think there was certainly things that stood out further than the rest. But I think if you compare it to, say, the Gamescom one or things like that, there was nothing that was meh.
There was
It
no
was
real slow bits.
There was no filler.
Yeah.
It was just all good stuff.
Well, I mean, it went for almost an hour. about 50 minutes or so, and I thought that time flew very, very quickly.
Yeah, it felt like half an hour.
Yeah, especially,
Fair.
that early in the morning. Although I get up that early anyway, it's not really a big deal. But the fact that it was that early, it didn't drag at all. It had really good pacing. The as Brayden put it, Sony wank didn't happen as much towards the end. They just went trailer.
Yeah, they really did stop doing that for a bit, and they just sort of went through all of it.
Brayden, what do you think?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. Obviously there were a couple of misses in there for me personally, but like overall, I think they did excellent. Their big announcements were hype as hell, which is exactly what you want when you're doing this sort of thing because you want people talking about it. Yeah, I think it's very exciting.
Oh, we didn't talk about the new Vampire Battle Royale game. Darn. Time to move on.
That was another skip during the showcase. for me.
Yeah. No. Earlier in the week, in fact, last night, in fact.
Last night? Yeah, I missed this.
Nintendo. You haven't seen this yet, have you?
I missed it completely.
Nintendo revealed a Mario 64 Lego set. Brayden, can we please roll the footage?
Wait, so
Floppy,
you
need to
haven't
watch
seen this yet?
All right.
Have you not seen it, Brayden?
And have you not seen this yet, Floppy?
I've seen it.
No, I haven't seen any of it.
So we're going to get a
God.
live reaction from Floppy right
There
now.
you go.
Am I prepared to be dazzled?
Well, you tell us. So,
I fucking
new
I like Lego.
the new Lego set features over 2,000 pieces.
That's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, you fucking what?
The block itself stands at just over 7 inches tall.
That's fucking wicked.
Yeah, I know. I'm totally getting
Like,
this.
I'm sorry. The Mario Lego that's come out previously.
Yep.
Fuck shit.
Yep.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Look at that.
It all folds in together.
Oh, I need it. I'm a little bit aroused right now.
How does it work?
Oh, man. Can you imagine
Look at
putting this thing
that.
together? There's 2,000 pieces.
I've literally just finished building a Lego kit that I got for Father's Day / birthday. Which, by the way, was Guardians of the Galaxy ship from Infinity
The
Saga.
Milano.
No, not the Milano, the one that they replaced the Milano.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that is sick.
So this is going to cost
Oh boy.
$170 US.
Oh, ooh.
Which is 230
You
Australian.
know what? That's, I buy a bit of Lego.
Well,
I've been known to dabble in the Lego collecting.
Yep.
That's pretty reasonable.
I bought the Lego NES for $350.
Yeah, for anything that's licensed as well, that's pretty damn reasonable.
Well, this is releasing on October 1. I will be getting it because that's freaking cool as hell.
Look at that, man. That troll transforming thing makes my pants fit nice.
Floppy, do you know who else is cool as hell and makes our pants fit nice?
This guy.
No.
Oh.
The sponsors who support
Oh.
our show.
They
Eye! Those little eyes! Ah! Oh my god, I love him! Why is it a hat? Not the doggos! I can't even read anymore. Ah! I can't even do it anymore! I have to finish this game. I have to finish this game.
Game
So-
Boy Games. Game Boy Games.
Game Boy Games.
Game Boy Games.
I did just realise you were talking about the Patreons that were really cool and not me.
Yes, sorry. No, well, the Patreons and Michael Towns, who does Game Boy Games, creates Game Boy Games and
Made a
makes
cool-
games.
made a
Makes
cool
games
game.
for you to buy. So check out Michael Towns, Game Boy Games. If he was in the chat, I'd tell him to drop a link, but he's not. So
He's
just
not.
head on over to our Discord at hackthedino.com, find Michael Towns in there and say, hey, Michael Towns, how can I buy your stuff? Incidentally, I don't think there's someone in the chat who this relates to, but Michael Towns is making a wrestler's entrance theme.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, that he's a cool guy. He can do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be great. He showed me sort of the pencils, the roughs. So he's been hired by a wrestler to do a wrestling theme. It's
That's awesome.
great. Anyway, do you know who else is awesome?
They're our cool Patreons.
They're very cool.
They are very cool. If you are watching and are not a Patreon but think you'd like to be, because you want to be able to support the show. You want to be able to help us fund cool things like microphones and lights and the cool flashy words that float in the sky in front of us, because they are expensive.
Oh, yeah. Do you know how hard it is to train the fireflies to do this?
Yeah, so hard.
And
Brayden,
every week we have to go and catch more.
and then Brayden has to train them. He gets stung. Do fireflies sting you?
No.
Oh, okay. Anyway, you can help us do that.
I do hear
What?
that you can't take the sky from them.
It's true, but take him out to the black. Tell him you're not coming back.
Yeah, okay. Don't explain my joke. Just continue.
Just made it lamer. You can jump over, become a Patreon, and you can join our private Hack the Dino Discord. All these kind people that are in the chats and things like that. Come along, have chats, share some cool things that you've been doing, that you've been buying, that you've been playing. You can jump in for, I don't know, I had to swallow. You can jump in for $2 a month and get your name added down the bottom here. Which way does it go? That way. No, that way. All these cool people down the bottom underneath the thank yous. They're cool. $2 a month, guys. If you'd like to jump it up to $10 a month, you get the extra monthly show called Dino More, which we will be doing next week. Or not next week, but next fortnight.
Yep.
So it's a cool little monthly show for you guys, just for those ones. At $15 a month, you get the post show. So every show after, like tonight, we'll jump on there. You can jump in. We'll have some chats, talk about something.
And we get really loose.
Oh, we get weird as fuck.
Really. All gloves are off.
Yeah, sometimes dark and creepy. Sorry.
Brayden sings soliloquies. Like,
soliloquies?
Yep. He sits there giving huge, pensive looks into the world of...
Australian politics.
Yes,
oh,
that's right. We're talking about Australian politics. Actually, post-show, I'm going to show off the stuff that I bought today.
Actually, yeah, we should do that. And we're going to live watch or react to the Matrix trailer, which
that's right. We haven't seen that yet.
Or the top tier, $25 a month, and you can supply us with a video ad for a product that you supply, like Michael Towns from Game Boy Games did. What I didn't do is at the $10 a month, I didn't read out the cool guys that get their names read out.
Well, you better do that now, otherwise you get fired.
Karen Knight, Dylan the Villain, Sam Beard, Triple Indy, Mike Towns, Ash Knight, and Game Boy Dad.
And Skabloogly.
And Anto Spagoogly Dude.
Yes, he's not on there, but he will be soon.
Should be on there. Oh, he's on there now.
He's being on there as we speak.
Thank you,
created.
Patreons. You are awesome.
Do you know what else is floppy?
Do you really want me to answer that one? Maybe it's not.
Do you know what else is good in the world? Heading on over to hackthedino.com, because there you can subscribe to all the things that we do. If you're not watching us live on twitch.tv/hackthedino, you can check out the VOD, which goes up the day after, over on youtube.com/hackthedino, also where we put other things when we have time to do them, which, will be at some point soon. Yes.
No, you're right.
No,
Go.
I'm right.
Sorry, I thought you finished.
Okay.
I was going to say hi to someone in the chat that's just done a little shout out and say I want to say hi, Ryder. Cool
Hi,
guy.
Ryder. Yeah.
Hey, Ryder. Cool guy.
Is he a dino rider?
Possibly. Do you ride
Sweet.
dinosaurs?
Ben is coming for you.
What?
That's weird.
As in you're going to hunt them down and add them to your collection.
Okay, Ryder's like a child, so don't.
So hackthedino.com, if you'd like to head over there and not report us for... hackthedino.com. Be sure to join our Discord where this stuff doesn't happen.
Ever.
At all.
Ben
Your Honor.
collects Dino Riders. Savenya Mamakitsi Baba.
From the day we arrive on the planet and blinking step into the sun, there's more to see that could ever be seen. More to do than can
What
ever be done.
Nintendo don't?
All right, we're moving on. There has been a rumor as of late that finally, after... How long's the Switch been around? 6 years?
2017.
Yeah, too long. Nintendo Online are going to be hopefully adding Game Boy and Game Boy Color games. Something that they did to the Nintendo 3DS and DS system like 6 months into the life of that
8 days
cycle.
later.
They've got them there. So this rumor is very, very strong that, of course, at the moment we get some NES games, we get some SNES games on good old Netflix over on Switch Online. Just sign up for Switch Online for $30 a year and you get these free games whenever Nintendo feels like sending them out.
It's literally the only reason I subscribe to that.
To get those free games.
Yeah, I don't play games online.
Neither do I. At least not on my
Not
Switch.
Switch games anyway, no.
Because Nintendo's infrastructure is awful.
Horrid.
But if you get some free Game Boy games and free Game Boy Color games, which ones would you like? Well, we've got you covered. Here are some of the best Game Boy and Game Boy Color games that came out that we would love to see on Nintendo Switch Online. So should we take these one at a time, Floppy? And
Absolutely.
just go from
Do
there?
you want me to go first?
Yeah, you can go first.
I'll go first with old mate Pokemon Pinball-y.
Pokemon Pinball.
Pokemon Pinball.
Now-
I've got this one.
I do?
I have a very small Game Boy collection because I only started getting Game Boy stuff last year.
Right.
Because, lame.
Yep.
I have got this one, but I haven't played it yet.
It's a great game. I played it so much as a kid. I don't know what was so addictive about it. I mean, I was obsessed with Pokemon at the time, and this came out just after Pokemon Yellow, I believe. Original Game Boy as well as Game Boy Color. Just a great pinball game. They released a whole heap of these. This came out, then Kirby Pinball came out.
Yeah.
Then I think there was Little Mermaid Pinball.
Wasn't there a, whatchamacallit, freaking Jungle Book one?
No, I think it was a Little Mermaid one. I don't think it was a Jungle Book one.
Okay.
But yeah, great game. You caught Pokemon in it as well. I mean, even just watching this now, I'm thinking, oh man,
You want to kind of want to play it?
Yeah.
Do you know how I got my copy?
How?
A friend found it and gave it to me.
Found it?
This is in their cupboard.
Oh, really?
Yep.
In the box or just?
Nah, just a cartridge.
The hardest thing to find with it is the case for the battery cover because
Yeah.
it came built in with a rumble pack.
Yeah, because it's like this big bulbous
Yeah,
thing
so
on
you
the
put
outside.
a 1AA battery in there and whack it in and
AAA?
whatever.
Whatever,
And
battery.
it rumbles using the use of stored energy, which I believe is from the laughter of children.
Yeah.
So it was really cool, but I would like to see that on Game Boy Online. On
Yeah,
the
that'd be
old
cool.
Switch
I'd play
Online.
the crap out of that.
Brayden, would this entice you?
This looks nuts. Like, I understand the limitations, so it has to, jump between half the screen at a time. But, my God, this looks difficult.
It's not. It flows
isn't?
really, really well, actually.
Okay, because, just watching it, not knowing what's, not being in control of what's about to happen is just oh.
Have you played a pinball machine before?
Ever.
I have. But, that normally when you're at an actual pinball machine, you just sort of, the side panels and
You
that's
just
it.
bang a table.
Yeah,
It's a really good game. You actually do catch Pokemon in it as well.
that's great.
You can't battle them, though.
Does
No.
Ditto abuse you if you get poor scores?
Yeah, it just messes you up.
What are the ones? Is it Bell something that's up the top? If it goes to the
Bellsprout?
top. Yeah, Bell. Are you literally shoving a ball into Bellsprout's mouth?
Yep. Your ball's going right in its mouth.
Okay.
Takes it all.
In your endo.
Okay, following on from that Pokemon Pinball, I, of course, am going to say I'm grouping these all together.
These had
Pokemon
to be in there, didn't they?
Red, Blue, Yellow, Silver, Gold, and Crystal, which are all currently available on your 3DS.
Do you think they'd actually do it?
They would be dumb not to. They've already, it's literally already ported and keyed. No, it's not as simple as going right-click, save as, .switch. But, the hard work's been there. These games are great. Speaking purely from nostalgia, I'd play Pokemon Red to the, ends of the earth. But Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal are the better and more polished game. It's a lot more thought out. But, oh man, just watching this, I want to sit back and start playing them again. Such great, fun games.
Do you think they'll colorize? Which one's this that we're looking at?
This is Game Boy Color version of Pokemon Red, I believe.
So you're going to want the Game Boy Color versions, aren't you? You're not
Well,
going to want. You're not going to want old mate 3 shades of green.
Well, maybe. Depends. Depends
Not if you
how
have a
old
choice.
you
Why
are.
would you?
Well, because some people like holding it up to a street light and playing.
And there it is.
I
And
had
there
to
it
do
is.
that.
There it is.
These games are great. What can you say that hasn't already been said? Good games.
They're timeless, aren't they?
Timeless. There's a
Timeless.
reason Pokemon is the largest franchise on the planet. It's just fantastic. Brayden?
I would play these in a second. The fact that I can't just play old Pokemon games on my Switch is severely depressing.
And the fact you can't play old Pokemon games on your Game Boy because those things go for a couple of $100 now.
Exactly right. I
I've got
would
silver.
legitimately pay Nintendo money to be able to play them. But they won't take my money.
No, they don't
Idiots.
like your money.
Nah, Nintendo, bad at money.
Offer to play them for free and see if that changes their mind.
Oh, yeah, so they add them to a monthly service?
Well, yeah. I mean, play them free by backing up your existing copies.
I have
Yes.
silver on cartridge.
Yeah?
Yep.
Soul
love to-
Silver or just Silver?
I have Silver and Soul Silver.
Oh, there you go.
I would love to get Yellow.
Yeah, yellow's a fun time. It's got Surfing Pikachu.
That's what I'm all about.
There's Gary Oak.
That's why I wear shirts with surfboards on them.
What did you used to call Gary?
In red, in the first ones I left him as Gary.
Yep.
In every other subsequent game, my rival's called Norman. After Norman Osborn.
Beautiful.
Because I'm
course.
a nerd. Floppy.
Yes,
next
mate.
games.
Next one is something I think is going to be right up your alley as well, but something that I'm pretty keen for. Zelda, Ages and Seasons.
Oracle of Ages and Age of
Age of
Seasons.
Seasons.
Ages
Yeah.
This came after Link's Awakening.
Mm.
I still remember when these came out. They came out at the same time as the Game Boy Micro, and I didn't buy
that
them.
thing was...
Yeah. Yeah, these games are worth a fortune now.
Is this the same map as Link's Awakening?
No. Yeah, really, really cool game. This was supposed to be like Pokemon, a three-way type deal, Leo. You had Oracle of Ages, Age of Seasons, and then there was a third one, and when you play all three together, you got the Triforce.
Yeah.
The third one never came out, and I think they incorporated it into a dungeon.
So
But
you
you
just
had to
got a
have,
Biforce?
You had to... Well, originally...
Biforce Pride.
Originally, the Triforce was only 2 pieces. It wasn't until Link to the Past that it became 3. So there you go.
Teeps in the chat said he had blue and he called his Gary arsehole.
Yeah. Yeah, so... I've lost my train of thought. Anyway, really hard games to get now. They're really, really expensive. They need to bring them out so everyone can experience it. There have been rumours that they are going to remake these, but again...
Well, they
those
remade...
rumours are pretty unsubstantiated, and I think it's more than just 4chan just going, this would be good.
They remade Link's Awakening. It'd be cool. And like rebuilt Link's Awakening from the ground up. It'd be cool if they did something with these.
That was a great game as well.
It was so good. And that was one of the few ones that I'd actually played. Never finished Link's Awakening on the Game Boy, but finished the remake. And that was really freaking cool.
Yeah. As Ando pointed out in the chat, Capcom did make these games. They were licensed
Oh,
out
did
to
they?
Capcom.
Did they make these ones?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Really cool. So
Weird.
hopefully they bring them out. Brayden, would you play this?
This one
Really?
ain't as much my speed.
No?
I have such a back catalogue of modern games that especially not to go back to at least one of the main Zelda games. Like, I need to play those first before I touch anything like this.
What Zelda games have you played?
Yep.
Have you not played a Zelda game?
I don't think so.
Brayden!
Breath of the Wild?
I played an hour and had an anxiety attack.
Oh, because it was too open?
Too open, and there's no objective, and I died.
You've never played, say, Old Mate Link?
Nah, I
fucking-
never played Old Mate Link. That was a great game on the Game Boy Color.
Like
You had a
fucking
text
OG
conversation
Zelda,
with
mate.
Your Mate Link.
Old Mate Link.
No, I've never.
For our American viewers,
Never
Old
touched
Mate can be referred to anyone. Doesn't have to be an actual mate.
So you've never even touched Ocarina of Time?
Nope.
I haven't played that one.
I would not suggest Majora's Mask for you.
Yeah, that's the time-based one, isn't it?
No, Ocarina of Time is. Majora's Mask is the 3-day countdown.
That's what.
But
I'm
it's
talking
also full of really trippy dreamlike footage.
Yeah. When I said
I'm okay with
time-based, I meant that you only get like a certain amount of time to do stuff.
Yeah.
Being the 3 days.
Yeah, but it's not that big a deal as soon as you get the Ocarina in like the opening 20 minutes. It's
Gotcha.
Not a big deal. But Ocarina of Time, you really should give it a... It's more linear.
Right. Yes.
So you don't have that... Right, there you go. Off you go. Like the original Zelda, you'll hate because it is very much... Right, off you go.
Do whatever.
Yep. So Breath of the Wild is basically the original Zelda remade.
A return to form.
Yeah. But yeah, Ocarina of Time, I think you'd have a good time playing.
I will check them out.
Check it out. You can't play it online.
Can't play it anywhere.
It's not available on Switch Online. If
Old
you
Mate
want
Ocarina.
to buy Ocarina of Time, it'll cost you a good $150, $200.
Yep. Sounds great.
I have it. I just haven't got around to playing it yet.
Yeah, well, I think I've got 3 copies in there. If you include the Japanese one.
Just so you can play them on 3DSs at the same time.
That's right.
Weird.
Yeah, no. Smart.
Is that a red dinosaur?
It's a red dinosaur.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of red dinosaurs,
Covered in feathers.
there isn't one in the next game that we suggest should come to Switch Online. That is
green one.
Super Mario Brothers Deluxe.
I love
now, you
the
may be looking
screen.
at this going, oh yeah, it's just Mario Brothers 1. No, it's not. It's Mario Brothers 1, but they added extra things to it. They added a challenge mode. They hid coins around in really weird areas. They basically redid all the code so it moves much smoother. They added a map screen and hidden levels and hidden exits. This was a completely new game that built on the original Mario Brothers game, which is possibly my favorite game of all time, and was just an absolute joy, pleasure, and gave so much longevity to a game that you thought was gone forever.
If you were to suggest
He's going to do the cheat.
is he? Well, up the
no,
top?
he's not. Yeah.
Is that up top?
No,
Would
so-
you suggest someone play this one over the NES one?
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
Definitely.
And if you've got a Super Game Boy,
Super Game Boy, yeah.
you can just play it on your SNES.
Absolutely you can.
Sick.
Or if Nintendo do the right thing, you can play it on your Switch, because this is what they should totally... And they'd have to bring this out. Now, he's missed it. Right there is a warp to the World 8.
What a dickhead.
What a stupid player.
What a...
No idea what they're doing.
Die in a fire.
I should fight him. Brayden, what do you think of this?
Yeah, I'm here for it. I have fond memories of playing Mario on my Game Boy Advance.
Game Boy Advance is the best system ever released.
Oh, it is. It was fantastic. That's why I'm not commenting on much of this stuff, because I was a baby, and I only became competent enough at video games when the Game Boy Advance was around, so I played Game Boy Advance.
Pretty sure you weren't born when the Game Boy was out.
What year was it?
91? Two?
Oh, Lord, no.
No,
You were like -5, weren't you?
Easily.
Jesus.
Yeah, Game Boy Advance was far more my speed. And yes, a Super Mario World 3, was it? On the Game Boy Advance?
Yep. Wario.
That was fantastic.
That was Mario World 3 was Wario.
Was it? Oh,
Yep,
it
Wario's
might have been
first
two.
solo
Did you
game.
say it wasn't his first appearance?
No,
don't
that was
know.
Mario Brothers 2. Super Mario Land 2 was Wario's first appearance, and then his first game was Super Mario Land 3, Wario Land. Super Wario Land.
Whatever it was, I loved it. It was great. So if it is closer to that, then I'm here for it.
We got corrected in the chat. First Game Boy was released in '89.
Really?
Yeah, that's way earlier than I thought.
God damn.
That's the same years as Ninja Turtles.
The movie?
There you go. All right, what's the next one, Floppy? It's one of my picks.
Next one is one of yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm assuming this is referring to the film, like a film tie-in. This is Hook.
Yep.
Old mate Peter Pan and Captain Hook.
Yep.
Hook. So is it Hook with Robin Williams?
Yep. You
Based
play
on the
Robin
film,
Williams,
yeah.
and it's a platformer, and it's fun as hell.
Yeah. I love movie. I'm a sucker for movie and tie-in games, even if they're shit.
Yeah, no, this was great. You used to play basketball against Rufio. And,
Rufio.
Oh.
or Zuko, as I like to remember him as.
Zuko.
Yeah, this game looks like trash, but it was really great. It had big sprites, like big animated sprites, which was really, really good on the small
Yeah,
screen.
look at that. It actually looks really cool.
Um,
You just found a Pokeball.
basically. It was a point-based thing. It was just a fun game to play. I don't know what else I can say. It was fun to my young 10 or 11-year-old brain.
Did you like it because you saw the movie?
No, I didn't like the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
What's
Still
wrong
don't
with
like the
you?
movie.
What?
I think they fell flat. I think the movie
you're
was
wrong.
a really good premise, executed horribly.
I mean,
Horrible execution.
Incorrect, but okay.
Okay, yeah. How's Jumanji?
It's a freaking great movie.
Yeah. How's your critic score going there, Floppy?
Don't care.
At least you're not last now.
Hook's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
I love Hook. I grew
You're
up
making
watching
Brayden cry, Floppy.
Hook. Fucking love Hook, man.
I love Hook too, Brayden.
I didn't watch Hook 2.
Hook 2?
Yeah.
There was a Hook 2?
No.
No,
Oh,
because I loved Hook as well, Brayden.
Yeah. Shit joke.
Oh, Dad.
Nah, Hook's great. I loved Hook. I probably will not touch this game.
I'll probably play it for like a hot 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'll probably
just for
play it for
nostalgia.
10 minutes and go, what the fuck
That
was
was
I like?
thinking. Come back on. I'd like to make an amendment.
Make a formal... I've actually got it in there. I should crack it out and have a look.
Good
I'm
lord.
pretty sure we did it for a bad game review once.
Yeah, we did everything for a bad game review.
A lot of bad games.
All right, next game is a very good game. Very, very good game. In fact, possibly the greatest game on the Game Boy. Yeah, I'm making that call. Mario Land 2. This game was a huge step up from Mario Land 1. Mario Land 1, the sprites were really, really small. It just tried to be Super Mario Brothers. Mario Land 2 gave Mario a bigger sprite. There were different power-ups, different world physics. It had a map like Super Mario World. but different areas where you had to defeat a boss in order to get a coin to open up the last one at the end. And as we said, the Wario was the boss at the end of this, who took over Mario's castle or something. I can't remember. But yeah, really, really fun game. Really well engineered. I don't have it here, but there is a level, and I never knew this as a kid, but they look like Lego blocks, but it said N and B. And I had no idea what N and B was. It wasn't until much later that I realized N and B blocks were Nintendo's attempt to bankrupt Lego. Nintendo bought out their own blocks called N and B blocks in like the 60s.
Nintendo blocks?
Yeah. N and B.
Wouldn't be what turned into nano blocks by any chance, would it?
No, not at all.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, so just a little Miyamoto giving himself a pat on the back because he deserves it because he's Miyamoto.
Now, we should probably put out there as a disclaimer before we go too far. I only ever got a Game Boy last year.
Yep.
So nearly all of these games I haven't played.
It wasn't last year, was it? It was the year before.
I think it was the start of last year.
Really?
Yeah.
2020, are you sure it wasn't 2019?
Oh, mate, I don't really know.
It's all one
Everything
big blur.
before now is just later.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yep.
So I have not played most of these games. So most of my picks are actually games that I haven't played, but I want to play. And I can play them easier on a Switch.
Cool. Hey, we're running super late, so let's
let's go for the next one. Is Bomberman. Now, I have not played Bomberman, but I've heard so many people just go on about how hard this thing is.
It's fun.
Is it though?
Another game I had as a kid. This is not the game I thought it was. I got the wrong video.
Oh,
Yeah, this does not look like...
No, this is a platformer. I'm talking about
You're thinking about OG Bomberman?
the OG top-down Bomberman game.
Now, didn't we already get that as a remake or something on the Switch? Physically?
No, it's just another Bomberman game. All Bomberman games, apart from that one we just saw.
Look exactly the same?
They're all the same.
Well, let's go to the next one, because next one's really cool.
All right, Kirby's
I'm
Dream
sure
Land.
this will be a viewer favourite.
Kirby's Dream Land. Wow, what a fun game this one. I got this one Christmas and finished it the same Christmas day because I figured out how to cheese it. What you can do, because as Kirby, you press up, you're full of air and you can fly. So all you need to do is go up and you can go out of the screen and just keep pressing up and across and you can fly across every single level until you get to the boss and just defeat the boss.
This is why I always play Kirby in Smash Brothers.
Yeah, but again, really big sprites. The music was fantastic. Music is sensational on all Kirby games, but especially this one.
I've heard about all Kirby games.
Yeah,
and a few that I have played.
And of course, the man who invented Kirby was Sakurai. So there you go, good old Smash Brothers Sakurai.
Cool guy.
Kirby was also named after the lawyer that helped them with a legal suit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Herman Kirby, I think his name was.
Not Jack Kirby?
No, not him. Okay, next, Floppy.
Next one was Link's Awakening DX. So Link's Awakening, this was they did it. Is this for the Game Boy Color?
Yes.
That it came out, and it had an extra dungeon and obviously color in it as well.
Yeah, it was the color dungeon. Funnily enough, that's where you chose the green or the the blue or the red tunic.
There you go.
Either extra magic or extra hard.
So yeah, I never played DX. I played OG Game Boy Link's Awakening.
Yep.
So I'd never seen this one actually.
Yeah.
And then the remake. But yeah, I'd play the crap out of it. Actually, I probably wouldn't because I've already played it twice.
Yeah, and it's also on the Switch. But if it came free, Zelda game.
I'd definitely have a look at it.
You should definitely play it. All right, next game, Kid Icarus. It's the sequel to the NES game. It's short and it's not too difficult. So I think that ticks all my boxes as to a game that I want to play.
It ticks all the boxes that I want to play, man.
In fact, didn't you play it?
I did play this. So this is one of the ones that I picked up when I got a Game Boy. I love this guy. He's really cool, man. And it has got that Castlevania. I'm not going to say the word because I know you hate it. And I don't particularly care about it either. But yeah, coming back around things, picking up upgrades and going back to areas.
Metroidvania, you can say it.
Yeah, I'll say it. It's very Metroidvania. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was really cool. Great fun, simple, easy. Tick a box, mate.
All right. Speaking of ticking boxes, let's tick this one. Donkey Kong 94. A classic game, I believe.
Yeah, so I have been asking a few people as well about Game Boy games and Game Boy games. Which ones to play? This one always comes up, and I didn't know about this one. I'd never seen this.
It's basically an expansion of the original Donkey Kong game with extra levels and new ways to reach the goal.
Yeah, absolutely. And then and color, which looks great.
Well, this, as we're seeing now, I think is on the Super Game Boy. So that's the bezel that gets dropped on it.
Yeah. So it looked like an up-res or a more in-depth version of original Donkey Kong. That's cool. I'll play the crap out of that.
Next up.
Final Fantasy Adventure. So this one, funnily enough, was actually a precursor to The Secret of Mana,
Oh, really?
But they didn't think anyone would buy it because they didn't know what Secret of Mana was. So they called it Final Fantasy Adventures just to tag on the Final Fantasy name to sell it. And it was basically a Zelda game.
Cool.
There you go. If you like Secret of Mana, check this bad boy out because it's the precursor to that. But it doesn't say Secret of Mana because they didn't think anyone would buy it.
Sweet. I guess that's the advantage with Final Fantasy. You can just put anything on there.
Yeah, you use the name to sell it.
Man, this is an actual Game Boy. Someone's playing that on an actual
On an
Game
actual
Boy.
Game Boy. I know, right?
Holy sweet.
It's so cool.
All right, next up, Gargoyles Quest. Now, Floppy, I don't know much about this, but you've put it there.
I put it down there and then forgot to write down the things about it, but it was one that kept popping up on anything that you should play, and I checked it out, and it looked, much like a Kid Icarus, much like a like Kirby, or anything that kind of platformer, ghouls and ghostsy kind of thing, and I had a really good time with ghouls and ghosts, so I chucked up there as something that I'd like to check out.
And speaking of something you'd like to check out, I think everyone should check out this next game.
Can I say I put this in there?
Definitely needs to be on the Switch Online. Floppy, what is it?
It is Retro Gaming Museum, The Game, AvCon 2019 by Michael Towns, our awesome
What a man.
patron.
What a fantastic person.
But there needs to be an update to it.
Oh, really? What's that?
Well, you're in it.
Yep, correct.
Brayden's in it.
Yes, Brayden's in it as well. Wondering why he's hanging out with a couple of old men.
Dan's in it.
Yeah, Dan's there. Dan, good old Dan. Remember he was alive?
I would just like to say the most handsome man of Hack the Dino, not in it.
No, I'm in it.
No, I said handsome.
Oh, sorry, Brayden is in it.
I said man, not man-child.
Drawing a blank.
Update me. Update me, Townsy. Put me in there.
Yeah, put in a patch for your Game Boy game.
It's just cellophane. Hey, do you know what else is really good?
What?
Deals! Yeah, we're jumping.
Okay. We're on it.
All right, we got some sick deals. Okay, starting out on PlayStation. So this is in PlayStation Store. Now, these are deals that are not the special ones for PlayStation Plus members, so everyone can get these. If you like a bit of deals for all. Red Dead Redemption 2, if you want to be a cowboy and look like sick with ray tracing and stuff by the looks of it. $36 down from like $90. So.
Cool. I mean, if you like walking sims that go for 80 hours, this is your bag.
It is a long game. It is in depth and it is slow. But if that's your jam, it's a wicked deal. It's like half price for it. The next one is one of my personal favorites. I really like these games. The Dark Pictures Anthology. If you ever played Until Dawn, these were from the same creators. And they're based on actual myths and legends that have been around.
Real stories.
You say real stories? They are stories that really exist. They didn't get made up for the game. I don't know how real the actual stories are. But they're
based on
very
true events.
Narrative-driven, sort of choice-based scenario type stuff. So you take over a number of characters, you choose dialogue options, choose options of where to go, quick time events, and it'll change how the game pans out. The first one is called Man of Medan, which all takes place on a ghost ship. Second one is called Little Hope, which I haven't played yet, but I've got it sitting at home. Normally they're $70. They're down to $35 for both of them.
Oh, that's
there is
nice.
another one that comes out later this year called House of Ashes, I think.
Sorry, a guy there was literally wearing a red shirt.
Yes.
He's dead.
He is so dead.
He's super dead.
So dead. But they are very beautiful. They're really cool, well-written games. Very creepy. Brayden, probs don't play this.
Yeah, I think I caught the end of like a streamer playing this with friends, and I was just like, yeah, not for me.
Yeah. For those of you that watch me stream Little Nightmares, if you thought that was creepy, just get fucked.
You know, once I wrote a character in one of my comics called Reed Shirt.
Reed Shirt, did he die?
No, he didn't. That was the joke. He kept going to places where he should die, but he didn't.
Next one on PlayStation Store is, now, Brayden will be behind this one.
Hey!
The Batman Arkham Collection. So this is not Return to Arkham. This is Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight. All three of them. All their DLC. $28.
Damn!
$28 for 3 amazing freaking games. Get that. It's down from $85. So I don't know how long it's on special for, but do it because you're stupid if you don't.
That
How
is a
much is
deal.
the 60 hours that I'll need to play all these games?
Oh, 60 and the rest.
It's alright, you only need 40 to play the first 2.
Yeah,
Oh.
and you need another 20 just to get the Riddler trophies. But if you're not going to buy games and you've already purchased PlayStation Plus, this month you can get Overcooked All You Can Eat on the PS5. So that's Overcooked 1 and 2 and all their DLC. These games are great if you've got a few friends around, you just want to fuck around and have some fun trying to cook some meals in a crazy-ass kitchen and just get chaotic and yell at each other. They are a lot of fun, though. We also have Hitman 2, which is including new game modes and a sniper assassin mode with co-op for the first time in the entire franchise.
I believe they did end up adding Hitman 1 to Hitman 2 as well, much like how with Hitman 3 they added 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Apparently, with the latest PS Plus, you get Hitman 2, right?
Yeah.
There's a back door where you can play Hitman 3 through Hitman 2.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And the devs know about it and they're like publicizing it. I read it this morning.
Yeah, right.
I forgot to take
no
note
idea.
of it.
Interesting.
Last one for PlayStation Plus this month is Predator Hunting Grounds. Now this one's cool. We played some of this with Hack the Dino guys and some associates. So this is one of those asymmetric online games where one person is the predator, and then up to I think it was 4 or 5 other people. I think it was 4 other people. A fire team of commandos, and the commandos are going to try and achieve a mission and then get to the chopper while the predator just has to fuck them up. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. The games themselves, the matches don't take super long, probably like maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And then you can swap around and take turns on who gets to be the predator and who gets to use all the cool powers and stuff like that. A lot of fun. I'm pretty sure we have some streams on the channel somewhere where we were playing this.
No, we're playing Friday the 13th.
Oh,
It was great.
we did play this as well.
I was going to say we did play this. This was great.
Yeah, we did
fun.
play this as well. It was a lot of fun.
How come I didn't play it?
Because you were too
I don't think you bought it.
narky and you didn't want to buy it. It was like
probably
$60.
Yeah, that's definitely it. Definitely it.
I got it. I played it for a bit with friends and then instantly traded it in while it was still new.
Okay,
So we're running a little bit long.
Yep.
There's one game there that you know.
That I know you want to. Okay, if you've got Xbox games with gold, if you've got gold thingy membership, you can pick up Zone of Enders.
Warhammer Chaos.
Now Ben, why do you like Zone of Enders? Have you
'Cause
played Zone of Enders?
No, I've got it in there. I've got 3 copies of it. I've got
And-
Zone of Enders 1, 2, and the VR mission.
Is it possibly because it's made by Hideo Kojima?
Who?
Hideo Kojima. Hideo.
How
What the fuck?
dare you? How dare you, sir?
Hideo Kojima. Sorry, I'm trying
How
to tell
could you take that name in vain?
I was
How
trying
could-
to.
How could
Just-
you
it's
call yourself as human? How could you even think that you are worth spouting those sacred letters through those putrid, filthy lips?
Space anime.
Space anime.
Yes, really
from Hideo Kojima, creator of Metal Gear Solid and lots of other things.
Yeah, I had no idea this was on Games with Gold, so I'm going to download it right after this.
It's so good. And this has got Zone of Enders 1 and 2.
And 2.
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
And look at that. How beautiful. Like, that's an anime that I would watch.
Yeah, and it's basically, it's Ryu. It's basically just like your playable cutscenes, right?
No, you got third-person combat. It kind of looks like, if you ever played, it looks like a mix between Astral Chain and Daemon X Machina, if you ever played those.
There is no gameplay in this trailer.
That's because most of the game is that. And
It's a Kojima game.
I will
you
say-
want to play a Kojima game?
I would say I didn't check I was doing the videos pretty quickly.
That's all right. Let me see if I can find quick gameplay.
While you're doing that, it's time for another quick little discussion. You may have noticed that with all the game releases coming out, we are going to be in a bit of trouble the first 3 or 4 months of next year because a majority of games that have release dates are coming out between January and March 2022. So, we've compiled a little list of the games that you should start saving your little dollars for in order to play them as they come out. And of course, you might want to block 3 months of work off so you can actually have time
Play
to play
one
them all.
of them.
So we'll kick it off with January 2022. We've got the Elden Ring coming out on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. This comes out January 21st. Floppy, what do you think of the Elden Ring?
I'm good.
Brayden!
I can't wait to watch my favorite streamer play it.
Too big. Is that guy got a giant bell as a dick?
It's called a bell end.
Oh, zing!
Oh,
That was
ring
dope.
that bell, baby. Anyway, that
Anyway,
was fun.
what else we got in January? Should we go one by one?
Yeah, go for it.
So one that I will play, or at least check out, I'll see how I go, is Pokemon Legends. Now, is it Arceus?
Arceus.
Arceus. That's coming out on the Switch on January 28th.
Yeah, I am 100% going to buy this and play it.
New open world RPG, yeah?
Ben, if you said you weren't going to play this, I'd have a heart attack.
I know, right? No, I will play the hell out of this. I'll probably put another 50 to 100 hours into it. Yeah, it's going to be one of those things that owns me.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's cool. I'm here for it. Unless it's really, if it's like a Pokemon, like Pokemon Range is great for about 10 hours, and then it's like, oh, okay, it's more of this.
Yeah, I had one of them Pokemon Ranger games and
You
tried
still
it
have
out,
it?
and I was maybe.
You should. It's worth a couple $100 now.
Yeah, but I don't buy things to sell them again, Rim.
Yeah, well, it's good to know your worth.
I know my worth.
Yeah, so do I after mispronouncing Hideo Kojima.
Priceless.
No, it's not priceless. All right, in February 2022, on the 17th, we've got King of Fighters 15 coming out for PlayStation 5, Xbox, blah, 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 blah. Triple Indie in the chat would be very excited about this because it's a fighting man game.
I always think I'm going to like fighting man games because they look cool, and then I realize how bad I am at them and never bother to play them more.
That's all right.
Which is why I never get good at them and never enjoy them.
Yeah, you don't have to be good. Like, you just do the arcade, put it on baby mode, and have a fun time.
They always look real pretty. I'm always impressed with how they look.
Yeah, unless you're playing them and then you like not you, but generally people who are bad at fighting play them, and it's like kick, punch, kick, punch. Oh, crap.
No, that's exactly how I play it. I get kick, punch. Oh, shit, I'm dead.
Yep. Anyway, that's a fun time. Oh, what's the next game on the list coming up?
Oh,
on the 18th,
next, I'm possibly going to take holidays for this.
Oh.
Horizon Forbidden West. Oh, I'm so keen. So Horizon Zero Dawn was my favourite game that came out that year. Was it 2018? 2017?
17.
My favourite game that came out
2 months before Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, that.
So it's good to know that, and then the DLC came out, and then the Breath of the Wild DLC came out like 2 weeks later.
Fucking hell, Nintendo.
So I'm looking forward to Breath of the Wild 2 coming out at the end of February.
In March of next year. Yeah, I can't wait for this. It's great. I love the story. I loved that world that they created. I want to just play more of it. And yeah, this looks fantastic. I'm in like Flynn.
Who's Flynn?
Oh, it's the name of a movie.
Oh, from Tron?
No, don't worry about it. What's the next one?
Coming out on February 22nd, Destiny 2, The Witch Queen.
Don't care about it.
Okay.
Sorry, I meant Sifu, coming out February 22nd.
There we go. That's better.
There we go.
Brayden, you're looking forward to Sifu.
Yeah, this looks sick. I'm very keen for everything that this has going on. All the sort of world that it is. I love the style of it. The fighting looks fantastic.
You just gave him the big old junk punch there.
Yeah, I'm very interested in it.
Kick to the dick.
What about yourself?
Yeah, can't wait. Floppy?
Yeah, no, this looks like a lot of fun, man. I'm down for this.
I will definitely give this a big old burl. Well, actually, see, I found myself, I've become one of these people who waits for the reviews to come out.
Oh, no.
Unless it's a game that I 100% desperately want. Like, if it's a Pokemon game, I'll play no matter what. If it's a Nintendo franchise, I'll pretty much pick it up no matter what because I'm a collector as well. But games like this, like Cyberpunk just burnt me.
That's fair.
Yeah, but I don't think we're going to see that again, man.
But you be sure?
No, of course you're not.
Speaking
I'm not
of
sure
which-
about anything. I'm not even sure I'm wearing pants right now.
Friend of the show, Game Boy Dad, he's got a present for me. It's Cyberpunk. I'm going to play Cyberpunk. I'm trading him for a bag of coffee. So,
Jeez, you could probably get 3 Cyberpunks for that.
yeah, I can't wait to play that. But yeah, I am going to wait for the review. I expect these to get very high because the game looks great and polished, and they weren't afraid to delay it in order to give it more polish. I'm sure it'll be great, but it won't be a day one purchase.
I'm expecting a solid 7.
Oh, see, I was expecting 8.
Oh, really? I mean, you know what? A Solid 7 is a great game. I'll play any Solid 7.
That was really cool how we dodged those attacks, though.
Next
Really
one up.
pulled you
Next
in,
one up.
didn't it?
Next one up, we got Saints Row. Now, I thought this looked cool, but not cool enough for me to play, I don't think. What about you, Ben?
No, I'm not a Saints Row fan.
Yeah.
I like the revamp. I like the new idea. I like bringing it to a new generation of people so they can experience it because you don't always have to cater to the idiots who played it when they were 15.
Where's Johnny Cat?
I hate those people.
Yeah, I hate people.
Lucky you don't cater to them on
Well,
a
no,
show that requires them to watch you.
No. I'm just an equal opportunist. I hate everyone equally.
I look forward to one day playing this game when it's on sale.
Yeah, for like $20 in the PlayStation Store.
Yeah, I might get it when it's on like a Games Pass or something.
Coming out in March, in fact, the very first day of March, we have Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. Brayden, tell us all about Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous.
Yep.
Floppy, tell us all about Pathfinder,
Oh, it's based on the TRPG.
Yeah.
No idea.
I don't know what it is. I just saw the release date there and went, yeah, right, that'll fill a gap.
Well,
Yep,
the
no
start
idea.
the start of March is a game based on a TRPG, and then the end of March is another game based on TRPGs.
And what is that game, Brayden?
That game is Borderlands Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
Which we talked about in a previous
Segment.
period.
Yeah, I'll be playing this one.
Which
I'll
took
track it
place-
out anyway.
I will actually play this.
Have you played Borderlands?
I've never played any
Never
of the
played it.
Borderlands.
We should play Borderlands together. It's great split
The
screen co-op. It's
closest-
like the best.
The
split
closest
screen
I
co-op.
came to playing Borderlands was when Borderlands infected the Fortnite world and you went into Borderlands land.
Have you avoided Borderlands on purpose, or you just never?
No, I just never came across it.
It's so good, dude.
Was it a PS Plus game at one point?
Yeah,
I think it
but
was.
yeah.
You might have it.
You probably got the Handsome collection, which has two. It has what? They had two and the pre-sequel.
Yeah.
Anthony Birch wrote...
Two.
Yeah, number 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should probably jump on that. Can I play 2 without 1?
Yeah. It
Oh,
gives you.
most certainly yes.
It gives you a little rundown at the start, and then it doesn't matter. You can play, 4-player co-op or split screen co-op.
All right, yeah, I might crack out number 2.
It literally, one of the taglines is a bajillion guns.
Sweet.
There's one gun in number 2 where when you run out of ammo, you throw your gun. Another one materializes in your hand. The one you throw grows little legs, runs around and shoots people.
Sweet.
Or that might be in 3.
We Are Robots has asked for a 4-player Borderlands squad up co-op.
I'm down
I don't
for
know
that.
what any of those words mean.
We're going to play... Old man. Yeah, I'm down for that. If we play number 1, I get to be Mordecai, though.
Okay, can I be Handsome Jack?
No,
Why not?
because he's not a playable character.
But I want to be Handsome Jack.
Okay,
Sweet.
you can be Roland.
And then going against everything we said in November, Starfield's coming out, whatever. Hey, guess what? It's time for Brayden versus the World! Don't know what that was.
Yeah, that was a really bad Looney Tunes intro.
Yeah, that'll do. Anyway, Brayden versus the World. What are you doing there, Brayden?
Camera started moving as well. I don't know why.
Good. Because you got it selected, maybe, in a group selection. Brayden versus the World. I have 4 songs here from video games past, present, or future. I will play one of those songs for an amount of time. And then Brayden, representing Brayden, will take on the World, represented by Floppy. They will take it in turns, asking questions to try and work out where that piece of music appeared. After last week's gigantimous effort by Floppy, where he just wiped the floor with the non-existent Brayden, who was accepting his award for being a brilliant person.
He put up no fight whatsoever.
No, he didn't need to, because he's already proven that he's better than everyone by winning an Order of Australia.
Hey, I know I'm shit at this game. Shut up.
Anyway, the World's on 28 and Brayden's on 26. Are we ready, gentle folks?
Can I just point out Anto being the most diplomatic person ever? You got this Floppy, you got this Brayden.
What about me?
You're asking questions, you don't matter.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go. Song number 1. And, of course, chat, if you know it, shh.
Which is one of the reasons I wear glasses, because although I read that one, because it's in really bright white.
Here we go.
It's because his future's so bright.
Brayden, question number 1.
Oh boy. Okay. What console's this one on?
PlayStation 3 or 4, one of them.
What genre of game is it?
Adventure game.
Okay.
Oh, number 2, Brayden.
What's the art style like?
It's a realistic style.
Okay.
Question number 2, Floppy.
Have we talked about it on this show?
We haven't talked about this game specifically.
Okay.
Okay, Brayden, question number 3.
What do you like? If you're fighting against people, what are you fighting against?
Other people.
Okay.
Bad people, though.
Oh,
Not good people.
oh, not good people.
No. The good people are you.
God, that'd be a weird game.
Do you know why? Because in this game, you play as a white man.
Thank you.
Therefore, good.
Thank you for giving us that.
That's all right. Floppy, question number 3.
What is your main weapon?
Oh, I don't know, a gun. I haven't played this game.
Okay, great. Good
You
job.
play a white man. Of course it's a gun.
Oh boy.
Brayden, question
Could
number
be a
4.
sword.
Okay. Is it a main addition to a franchise?
Yes. Question number 4, Floppy.
What was the name of the developer?
Naughty Dog. Question number 5, Brayden.
Okay.
Okay, so
It's either really easy or really
So
hard.
you've each got one question to ask and then a free guess. So, oh boy, this is going to get interesting.
we
Yeah.
both know what franchise we're talking about,
Well,
don't we?
yeah.
And we know that 3 of them appeared on.
We know that
all
all
of the
of them have
consoles.
appeared on
Both
PlayStation
consoles.
4. I mean, the only one that's ruled out is Lost Legacy because you play as women.
Yeah.
That's all I'm working
And the
on.
other
Don't
one-
work together. You're bitterly opposed foes.
Okay, let's test knowledges.
Oh, don't.
What is one of the major locations you travel to in this game?
Earth.
Oh, fuck off. Nathan Drake, known international, intergalactic explorer.
Floppy, question number 5.
Was this one included on a collection?
Don't think so. Don't think so. I could be wrong.
It could still be any of them.
Yeah.
Okay, Brayden, free guess.
Is it Uncharted 4 or Thief's End?
Yes!
Okay, cool.
It is the one that's not included on the collection. Okay.
Oh, well, I don't know.
And PS4, not PS3. But yeah, cool. All right.
Well, I said I didn't know.
No.
I'm not going to choose games I know
telling
everything
you.
about. Otherwise, it'll just be Nintendo time every week. Okay, here we go. Song number 2. Who won that one? Brayden. So Brayden's on 27, World's on 28. Song number 2. Trombone. Violin. That's boring. Question number 1.
What do you play as in this game? Here we go.
A white man.
No,
Oh.
but a big man.
Okay,
Although technically he's white.
gotcha.
Question number 1, Floppy.
Oh, I kind of want to have a stab, but
Go for it.
if I get it wrong, we're tied.
Sorry?
Fucking, is it God of War?
Yep.
There it is. Good work.
Did you know, Brayden?
That was also my guess.
Yeah. I had a hunch, and I didn't know if you were going to pull the future game and pull out Ragnarok, and I wasn't sure. I was like, fuck it, because you got me on that before.
Yeah, I have, because I'm a wily dick. Here we go. So World's on 29, Brayden's on 27. Song number 3. I never really knew my father. He was always working. And then one day,
Let me just look longingly into the distance.
he wasn't. They say it was the arms that took him first, but I knew it was more. I knew it was her.
Okay.
She never really. Okay. Question number 1, Brayden.
Oh boy. Okay.
We've got a theme of like large scope epics.
What developer's it from?
Remedy.
Oh,
Yeah. Question number 1, Floppy.
I'm trying to remember what games Remedy you've done now. Shit.
Yeah, that was one of them.
Yep. What style of gameplay is it?
It is like an investigative type game.
Mm-hmm.
Question number 2, Brayden.
did it have a sub? Oh, no, I didn't finish saying anything. Don't get me on that bullshit. I'm going to guess now anyway. Is it Alan Wake?
Yep. Yes, it is. Alan
There it
Wake.
is.
Did you know that, Floppy?
Oh, I had a hunch,
You had
but
a hunch?
didn't know. I wasn't going to guess. No.
Okay.
Not without asking some more questions.
So there's been a little bit of a theme tonight. I don't know if you've picked that up. Don't know if you've picked up the meta game at all. So we got Brayden on 28, World on 29. Brayden, you can tie it up here. Here we go. Song number 4.
It's God of War. Fuck.
I must have missed that level.
Brayden, question number 1.
I've absolutely no idea. Okay. Is it part of a major franchise?
Yep. Floppy?
Is it a handheld game?
Yep. Brayden, question number 2.
Is it specifically developed by Nintendo?
No.
Let me just look at my run sheet.
No. Question number 2, Floppy.
Was it? Oh shit! How do
Take your time, take your time, take your time.
Is it? I don't want to say.
Borderlands 2.
Did you just say? He just asked a question.
No, he didn't. It wasn't his turn.
I gave him a turn.
No, he didn't.
Have we talked about it on this show?
Yes.
Yeah.
Question number 3, Brayden.
He can see the run sheet, can't he?
No, I haven't scrolled down, so I can only see the wonderful side projects that we all are going to plug after this. What do you play as in this game?
He plays a small boy.
Fuck! I'm not going to remember the name of the full thing. Fuck.
Floppy, question number 3.
How close do I have to get this to get it right?
I need the name of the game.
Because I can only remember what I read in this run sheet.
Question number 3. That was your question. How many? How do you have to get it? Brayden, question number 4.
I'm just gonna keep going. I'll take a stab at it at the end. What enemies do you go up against?
Other boys and adults.
Hook.
What about? Sorry,
It's Hook.
is it?
Is it Hook?
No, it's Pokemon Red.
Fuck!
Oh my god! Oh, what a swerve!
It wasn't a swerve at all. It was when you're on the bike.
Oh.
So at the end of that version of, at least it was better than Footloose.
Fuck off.
That was great.
Episode of Brayden versus the World. The World is on 29 and Brayden is on 29.
Only through my fuck up, not his knowledge. I'm salty now. Fucking
Beautiful, wonderful, amazing humans. Thank you for joining us. We have been Hack the Dino. This has been our gaming cast where we bring you the past, present, and future of video games. But that's not all we do. Head on over to hackthedino.com to see other things that we do, all encompassing Hack the Dino. Be sure to check out Instagram as well, where our social media guru, Anto, is there giving you all the latest news, up to the date, up to the minute, up to the clacker.
Clack? What?
What?
Up your clacker.
Doing
Yeah,
an
that one.
amazing job on that, by the way.
Anyway, thank you, Anto. He's over there in the live chat being
Thank you.
all awesome.
Thank you.
Speaking of being all awesome, Floppy, what do you do that is also awesome?
Oh, lots of things, but if you want to see just stuff that I'm okay with you looking at, you can go over to Instagram at Floppy Plays Games, check out stuff that I've bought, stuff that I've played, stuff that I sequestered and maybe not paid money for. That was some of my newer purchases. Was Donkey Kong Country 2 on the SNES. My Cyberpunk controller, which is actually sick. Looks wicked.
Is it?
Yeah.
Have you given it some medicine?
No.
Maybe an early night?
No.
Did you etch that in after the game wasn't getting supported enough?
No future.
Yeah.
Yeah, no future updates I didn't finish. But and I'll make Kirby, which was my my latest Wii U purchase, which is a really weird game to play. Like some really cool gameplay mechanics where you have to draw on the Wii U gamepad, and it creates like rainbow ramps for Kirby to fly around on. Yeah, it's fucking cool, man.
Rainbow Ramps is a very different game.
It's my favourite punk band.
Yeah. Brayden?
I do another side thing, which is another podcast. If you like podcasts, you can head over to your podcast service of choice or over on the YouTubes And you can find Millennial Movie Talk, which is a podcast I do with my friends. We chat about movies and stuff. Most recently, we all went and saw Shang-Chi, which is great.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I know someone who worked on that.
Ooh! Well, a lot
Was
of
it Shang-Chi?
No.
A lot of the production was done in Australia, which is excellent.
I know the person who choreographed all the fight scenes for Mortal Kombat.
Very nice.
But a friend of mine started working in a company that does stuff for movies and things like that.
RSP.
Yep. And first job.
Very nice.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so proud of
Incidentally,
it.
the set designer, or one of the set designers for the Mortal Kombat film, her last name is, I don't want to dox her, but her last name is Cox.
Yep.
Exactly how you think it is. So if
C-O-X?
you look it up on her, no, spelt like Cox.
Okay.
You look it up on her Instagram, her personal Instagram is just pictures of Cox.
That's amazing.
Now
great.
that's funny. Like,
That's great.
I
Anyway, sorry,
the
Brady.
shit out of that.
But yes, if you like movies and stuff, go check it out. We have been chatting about Marvel's What If keeps getting better, and kind of apparently until recently, I haven't watched the most recent episode yet. But and we've also started a new segment because we're all 20 somethings. We've started a new segment where we're doing classic call outs, where we're watching things that none of the five of us have ever watched. Like actual classic films that we've never seen.
Like Die Hard 3.
If you want to tune into next week's episode, is Goonies.
Oh,
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
None of us have ever seen Goonies, so you'll get to hear our thoughts on episode 123.
Can I make a recommendation for you all?
Yes?
Stand By Me.
Oh!
I think so. The rule is if one out of the five of us have seen it, we're not allowed to put it on the list.
Oh,
Breakfast
really?
Club.
And it's a random movie out of these like 12 or 15 we figured out.
Goonies. I mean, I'm at the
And-
same time excited for you to watch it and horrified that you haven't.
Exactly. So I'm going to be watching that this week. Episode 123, you can hear us chat about Goonies.
Now, you've all seen all the Indiana Jones films.
Yes.
All Back to the Future films.
Yes.
All Star Wars films.
Yes.
Okay. Have you seen Brazil?
No one's seen Brazil, dude.
Brazil?
Brazil's a great film.
Yeah, everyone that says they've watched Brazil hasn't actually watched
The
Brazil.
I
first-
own it. It's right over there.
The first one we did in episode
I've owned things that
122,
I haven't watched.
which will be on YouTube soon, was Network, which was
Oh!
a pretty heavy film.
Yeah, that
And
was like,
It was
gnarly.
excellent. It was really
That
good.
was the TV...
TV
yeah.
network and the television
Ooh.
station.
Have you seen Game Show?
No, that
Have
doesn't
you
ring
seen
any bells.
The Game? The Game? Michael Douglas? The Game?
It's cool. Not as cool as Game Show, though, because true story.
Oh, man, there's heaps of... Oh, I'm going to write a list.
Us figuring it
I won't
out.
give it to Brayden. I'll just write a list.
It was a full us trying to figure it out in our messenger chat. I took screenshots of it. It's 45 images. Was everyone trying to figure out movies at least one of us hasn't seen?
I'll make another suggestion, because it's one that I got Anto to watch, and I watched it with Anto and his partner. One of my favourites with Liam Neeson, Darkman.
Darkman.
Oh, man, if you haven't seen Darkman, get on that shit.
Bruce Campbell's in it. Sam Raimi.
Yep. Get on it.
Have you seen Evil Dead?
I have seen the first Evil Dead.
Dang. What about Army of Darkness?
I've not seen Army.
This
of
is my boomstick.
You got to watch Army of Darkness.
Yeah, I'll check them out.
Check that out.
I
It's
feel like
more-
we're rambling now.
It's a slapstick comedy more than a horror. I think you'll love it.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, cool. Just do that. Millennial Movie Talk. And then I do things over on Xbox Legacy Cast. You can go check that out. I talk about stuff. But head on over to Mr. Benjamin on Instagram. That's where I put all my things, including the things I got today. Got some really cool little... I got that little jet hopper. I got a mini remote control car that I had as a kid.
I used to have one as a kid.
And I used to just I've written a little story there. Tear around my house with it and like make jumps and ramps and drive through mud puddles and dirt.
That thing was... You could not kill it.
Like I sent a picture to one of my sisters and said, "Do you remember this?" And she, "Oh yeah, you played it with it so much, one of the wheels fell off." And I thrashed it out that much.
Maybe you can kill it.
Anyway, I walked into a store today and I was going on a little hunt, and there was one there for $40, just sitting in there. And I went, "You know what? You're coming home with me, baby.
Yeah,
Another
man.
piece of my childhood." Another piece of the puzzle collected. I can't wait until I have all the things I had as a kid again, and I'll be a
And
full
more.
and complete human. That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I also got Dino Rider stuff.
Ooh, Dino Riders.
'Cause that stuff's getting rare now.
It's pretty cool, though.
Stupid rare dino stuff.
Look at this gang.
Scroll down a bit, Brayden. Yeah, see what I called them? Can you read it out for me, Brayden?
When you collect figures of people's uncles.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's like the guys in Steven Universe.
Yeah. Just go down and see that Wii U thing.
Oh, yeah.
That is Wii Fit U, a boxed version. So I was in a Cash Converters today, which is a pawn shop over here in Australia.
PAWN,
No, the other one.
not PORN.
Anyway,
Depends what you're looking for.
that is. This
Wii
was a boxed Wii Fit U board and game and pedometer for $5. However, what the good people at that pawn store didn't realize was that had a very limited run because it was for the Wii U, which was a failed system, and those things sell for $80 to $100. So for $5, I went, well, I can't really leave that there, can I? The answer was no, so I picked it up. So I was pleased with that. It'll just sit in a box behind my curtain. But I own it. That's the main thing. Oh, and I got that really cool thing right in the middle. I don't know what it was. It was Beijing. It's the Wii game Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, the 2006 Beijing edition. However, it comes with a pack-in of a sleeve for your Wii Mote and your nunchuck, green and gold, which are Australia's colours.
Cool.
Still sealed. It is still sealed. So one thing that I have learnt in my collecting career is that if you come across a region-exclusive game pack that is still sealed, you pick that mother up. So I did. And I can tell you now, that'll be one thing that people go after. Apparently, there was also a DS version that had different colour stylus.
Yeah, right.
So I probably won't even bother trying to hunt that down. I don't care.
It's painted stylus.
Yeah, it came across and I went, yeah, oh, that's cool. It's brand new. It's in this box. How do I do with my life? We've been Hack the Dino. This has been our gaming cast. Thank you to everyone who joined us in the live chat. Don't forget to go to hackthedino.com. Leave a review on all the podcast things that you can, as well as YouTube. Subscribe to us over there. Biggest thing you can do, I mean, completely serious, is actually tell your friends and let them know. I don't want to sound big-headed, but I will. Whenever people see this show and watch it for the first time, the feedback I get is, oh, wow, that's actually really funny. It's a really enjoyable show.
Not sure why.
I wouldn't say funny. I'd say quality.
They also say, Ben, you're really attractive and your penis must be huge. Really, really weird. Like, I said, get away from me,
That was
pervert.
just me, man.
Oh, that's right. Anyway, go and tell a friend about my big penis.
That's weird. It's not... Oh, fuck, I just gave head to the microphone.